指揮官、育てていた果物が実りました。たくさん取ってきたので、よければ。顔に土が。収穫に夢中で気づきませんでした。取れましたか、指揮官。
Yo, what's going on everybody? Xanthos Vice here, and we are finally back with some more Punishing Gray Raven. I hope you guys had a great day today. Yes, we are finally back with some more Punishing Gray Raven. I know, it's not main story, but we still got a couple floating records that we need to do, you know? And might as well see if I can at least finish one extra one before the end of the year. After all, it's been a crazy year once again. But yeah, where we last left off, we had finished the main story for Liv, and I have to say, it had a pretty surprising ending. And like I said, I like how they did the spooky aspect, or like the horror aspect this time around, because it definitely had a lot more times where it's like, you definitely felt literal chills when you started to learn a bit more about like what was really going on, their intentions, and how the case kind of ended. And also with even more enemies now with the Wheel of Fortune. Because again, it's like, without Vonnegut like in the picture at the meantime, it's like, who would be our enemy in this case? Also, if I sound a bit louder than usual, I actually changed around my desk setup a bit. Not that I put any changes to the technical stuff, I just moved around some things to make it a bit nicer for the new year. So yeah. We're gonna go ahead and finally do Crescent Sun, Yada's floating record, and see what's going on there. Yeah, it's great to be back on Punishing Gray Raven. And yes, I did actually put on the new Luna coating, because it's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see, what else have I been doing aside from that? Yeah, I guess like, kind of slowly and steadily getting Luna to a triple S rank, but without actually wasting that much materials for a new character. Because I do have a Liv here. Actually, what even the heck is this symbol? I'm just realizing now. Like, has that always been there? But yeah, I have Liv's cub. Let's see, I guess I haven't really done anything else. Yeah. Does this have to do with the file or something? Oh, I guess maybe it has to do with me finishing the that chapter of the story, but yeah, got her to double S rank, got the cub, and that's basically all I have at the moment. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and finally do another floating record, just to see how much more we can get done before the end of the year. Yeah, because we only have Yada's left, of at least the more newer ones we have. So yeah, we have Crescent Sun, and then after that we have this one, Woven Prologue, as well. Which, I don't know if we'll actually have time to get through this, but we'll see. The stream today won't be that long, because it's actually kind of late. I want to get a good amount of rest for potentially working tomorrow, so it'll probably be like around a 2-hour stream, give or take. And that's kind of fine, you know, because the floating record doesn't have as big of a necessity. Oh, okay, 19 parts, so I should be able to finish this in like 3 streams at the most, if I'm lucky, maybe 2, depending on how this goes, but yeah. I did not get the Digimon DLC yet. I kind of wanted to wait until I at least got my next check and then see if I will either do it this week or next week, because I still want to give myself a bit of time after doing the main story of Digimon, so yeah. Alright, so let's start off with part 1, Candy Express. Okay. Night creeps over the Isle of Flowers, gradually devouring the lifeless campus beneath the twilight shadow. Deep within the ruins, atop the academic building, where wails of anguish echo. Oh, okay, we're already looking at this Yuka Satomi looking character out of the bat. Damn. Leaning against the rust-stained railing, the girl's gaze is drawn to the flower-like lights in the distant sky. Humans. Even when freed from the mortal coil, their souls refuse to cross to the other side. If the world in such a state, what's the point of hiding in their shells and merely existing? When the wind rises, they will fall like wheat in the field. As strands of hair slide across her cheek, the girl's crimson eyes flicker slightly. Come out. Someone lurking in the building shadows slowly emerges into the... Oh shit, we're introducing Cradle. Oh, okay. No, yeah, because I guess this would have still been when Cradle was around then, right? So I guess that actually would make sense. Sorry, I didn't mean to spy on you. I just wanted to check on you. Every part of this vessel is your handiwork. Must there to check. Even authors have slight inconsistencies when writing the same character in different stories. I just want to be responsible. What exactly are you? In human terms, I suppose you call me a red-tide creature. I did help you with Nest. Why so apathetic? Help me? Girl looks down at her body, letting out a scornful laugh. Still better than that sickly state you were in before. You only did it because I have some value I'm unaware of, right? You could interpret it that way, but why not think of it as an invitation instead? Where to? And for what? Shh. Listen. Greta closes her eyes and smiles. Faint sounds of tides and whispers begin to echo in the girl's ears. The children of the Red Tide are eager to meet you. I'd rather not. At least not now. The girl turns around, gripping the railing as she gazes down the building below. I still have unfinished business. Rest assured that you'll have some time to prepare before the feast. It's a basic courtesy after all. Besides, I'm not fond of stories that are cut short halfway through. But when you continue this story, may I watch from the sidelines? If you could keep quiet enough. Of course. But it gives a gentle smile as she retreats into the shadows. Before completely vanishing, she pauses for a moment. Oh, right. There is one thing I should remind you of. Even with my power merged into you, your heart still cannot pump enough blood through your veins. Meaning, there's a limit to your powers. If you overdo it, you might not even be able to maintain this form. However, if you were to fully merge with the Red Tide and become one of us, such limitations would no longer exist. That is none of your concern. When this place collapses, I will do as you wish. Now, I look forward to our next encounter. As Cradle disappears, as silently as she came, leaving no trace of her presence. And the girl is left behind on the desolate rooftop. What an unlikable person. Just like me. Damn, so she's like one of Cradle's experiments? Interesting. But I had to wonder, is she like just a complete Red Tide creation, like similar to like the twins? Or is she actually like a human who merged with powers of the Red Tide, you know? Because there have been exceptions to rules before. Good. Basic compatibility training went smoothly. All readings are excellent. Of course, there are still many adjustments that need follow-up. I recommend you come back for a few visits. I appreciate the offer, but there's someone rather impatient waiting for me outside. Right, V? Oh, right, Valeria, right. She was a short halts captain, right? I'll just ask you directly. Why the sudden need to switch me to a new frame? And why such a tight schedule for compatibility testing? Larry briefly looks away. Yada knows this gesture means she doesn't want to answer the question directly. Shorthalm is dead, and Scarab needs a new captain. That doesn't count as an answer. I refuse. I can't be like that guy, always running his mouth and sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. In battle, I either charge straight ahead or make a quick retreat when things get dicey. I mean, she's not entirely wrong. That's kind of how she was, normally. All that stuff about assessing combat situations, coordinating battle formations, leading the team through encirclements. Not to mention coveting kids and dealing with drunk robots. I don't have any of these leadership qualities. Not a single one. I'm more comfortable with the simple things, like hunting down some poor bastard with you. Yada crosses her arms and turns away in irritation. Whatever. No matter how unwilling she might be, Yada has no choice but to follow Valeria's orders. She is the commandant after all. I wonder when we'll actually do like a joint mission with Valeria. Cause I'd like to actually get to know about her. Because, I mean, to be fair, it seemed like Shorthaul had at least some form of respect for her. So I kind of like to see, like, is she deserving of that, you know? Considering Shorthaul was a bro. But the expected order never comes. Yada can't help but turn her head to look. Here. There slowly pulls a few liquor-fueled mint candies from her coat pocket. I'm not a kid. I'm not Shorthaul either. Don't try to bribe me with these things. Yada snatches the candy with a huff, tears up her wrapper, and pops it into her mouth in one go. You got me this new frame just so I could take over. I suggest you ask for a refund right now. You're overthinking it. I wouldn't push you that far. The squad just got a new mission. The Red Tide is gathering around an artificial island. Scarab needs to investigate the cause of this unusual movement. Right, Scarab. That's the name of their team. Do you realize what kind of scenario you're describing? Even if Shorthaul was still here, this isn't something we could just casually take on, right? That's exactly why I got you the new frame. At a moment's thought, Yada carefully folds the candy wrapper and hands it back. Is it too late to reject it? You've already signed for it. As she speaks, Valeria pulls out her technical terminal and begins synchronizing the mission data. Yada sighs and begins reviewing the intel. She flips through the pages, Valeria's voice suddenly cuts through. Yada. Scarab needs a new captain. Yada remains silent, only turning to leave after she finishes reading through the entire mission brief. Yada. We'll talk when I come back. Yada pauses by the trash bin, about to throw the candy wrapper. After a moment's hesitation, she holds it up briefly, with her back to Valeria, then tucks it away. You can't just puzzle me with this thing. Like I said, I'm not him. I'm not Shorthaul. Yeah, I mean, it would be tough to kind of like fill in his shoes, because he was a pretty good captain. Babylonia core area. Away from the bustling corridors inside a war conference room that bears the highest security clearance level, holographic projections thoroughly cover every door and window, but the soundproofing system operates as normal. Two figures sit facing each other, seemingly deep in an intense discussion. Two task force squads have lost contact at the same location twice in a row. They were both deployed for a low-risk area survey. Hilda rubs her nose, flips to the next page of the briefing, and steals a glance at Nicola sitting across from her. Given the current situation, it's hard to see how this mission could be classified as low risk. Commander, do you have any thoughts on this? The risk ratings for military missions have always been nothing but classifications on paper. If all battlefields can match our expectations, we'd call them training exercises instead. Yeah, I mean, that's true. It's like, that's only what they can assess based on, like, data they gather. But that doesn't always mean it's, like, it's always going to be the same, right? All they can do is say, like, at the minimum, or at an average, it would be at that kind of level. There's always bound to be outliers. So what did they encounter on this so-called battlefield? Initially, Squad A was only ordered to track the Red Tide's movements. During their mission, they discovered an artificial island in the Western Pacific, marked as Hydrangea. Like the flower, right? Hydrangea Artificial Island. It was named after the hydrangeas that grow abundantly on the island. Ah, okay. As a precautionary measure, Squad A made the decision to land and investigate the island. 72 hours after Squad A landed on the island, Babylonia lost all contact with them. That's why Squad B was sent to search for them. Soon after, they too went dark. One after another, they all went silent. Were they infected? Or perhaps... We can't rule out the possibility of infection. First of all, we lack any intelligence about that area. We know absolutely nothing about the surface conditions. Secondly, the Red Tide's movements in the area have been suspicious. Recently, it seems to be converging on the island. The red tide is converging on the island. Can I take it that something on that island is causing these anomalies? Apparently so. Two squads wouldn't vanish one after the other for no reason. However, Commander, there were still some questions I'd like you to answer. According to this briefing, Squad A sent a distress signal to Babylonia after they went missing. After landing on the island, Squad B briefly established contact with them. However, when Squad B approached the coordinates of the distress signal, Squad A suddenly went dark. After that, both squads were completely silent. What, like, why reach that specific point if they knew that they were already missing by that point? Or maybe that they just went too far in when they shouldn't have? What are you implying? Even from a layman's perspective, this bears all the hallmarks of a premeditated ambush. Furthermore, I don't believe infected constructs could maintain this level of intelligence. Yeah, because, again, that's the thing, is like, they made sure that they wouldn't have the chance to group up, right? That distress signal was probably just luck, or probably just trying to gauge how fast the response was from Babylonia. Then after that, they made sure that even though the squads were on the island, they wouldn't make contact. This is just my speculation, but could there be a possibility that Squad A had defected? I guess it's not impossible, because again, it's like, they send a distress signal, bring someone here for help, and yet there's no sign of anyone, right? Like, even at the very least, they would have left like some kind of message, or even one of their own behind to be like, you stay here, when B team comes in, you inform them of the situation to meet us up at the next location, right? But supposedly that isn't even the case, that B just disappeared after. It's possible, but the likelihood is low. Defectors don't usually broadcast their betrayal. The Purifying Force's retribution is something to scoff at. Yeah, that's true, because to be fair, the Purifying Force always intervenes when they need to, right? It's way too risky, because some of the members are like very dedicated to getting rid of defectors. It's way too dangerous. At least for them to make it announced like that, unless they can guarantee that they have a safe haven on the island. But considering it was just discovered, that can't be the case. It makes less sense for Squad A to launch a counterattack against Squad B right after their mission, especially right under our surveillance. If we assume defection is the motive, Squad A's actions would be incredibly foolish. Yeah. And that's why you didn't immediately deploy the Purifying Force. Yeah. Again, makes sense, because it's that island, and even then you'd probably check from like records, is like, was there anything like that showed there was the potential that they would defect? News of construct defection will be extremely sensitive in the current climate. Of course, that's precisely why we're meeting today. The emergency confidentiality protocol I signed 30 minutes ago is now in effect. All information regarding this incident has been temporarily classified. I can't say how long this information blackout will remain effective. 2 squads missing, I'm certain Kurino's informants have already begun to move. Yeah, I mean, they'll take anything they can get, right? But before we make any formal decisions, I trust you've gathered sufficient intel about the mission location. Let's return to discussing the island, since you claim it's the source of our problems. We may have insufficient information on hand, but there must be records of that artificial island during the Golden Age. As you predicted, I do have some historical documents on hand. The Hydrangea Artificial Island was once a military fortress used for large-scale weapons testing. After the experiments concluded, the island was approved for commercial redevelopment with profit in mind. Universal Toys and many other tech giants saw the potential, jointly investing in the renovation project. Several colleges and their affiliated research institutes were established on the island, creating an integrated hub for education, research, and campus life. Ah, I see. So not exactly the tight-knit research that was Atlantis, but at least something that was bordering on like the research and more contributions to society. Okay. As a model of elite education during the Golden Age, they aimed to nurture the next generation of scientific talents. I see. So where one was focusing on the current research, like the 0-point reactor kind of a technology, this was more focused on like potential for the future. However, the Hydrangea artificial island was abandoned following the punishing virus outbreak. An Academy Island, huh? Reminds me of a... what was it? Yeah, like that same island in Strike the Blood. Or I guess kind of the same like Academy City from a certain magical index. In that era of excess educational resources, I thought liberal education policies had already been widely implemented across the world. But there was also an opposing trend. The reality is, opportunists exist in every era. Those who weaponize knowledge want their children to wield the power to control the world, too. This was especially true for those who came to this island. They're both scientists and parents to their own children. So what exactly was being taught on Hydrangea Island? Or rather, what was being researched? Their publicly announced research direction is the development of smart technology for public use. Practical smart technology applications? How conveniently simple. But if you take a closer look at the island's personnel roster, you'll see that the scientists stationed there were all elite researchers in their respective fields, most of whom held radical research philosophies. Take the island's ordinary high school, Misono High School, for example. It had a teacher-to-student ratio of 2 to 1. Wait, really? Shouldn't it be the other way around? Because what's the point then? 2 teachers per student on average. There's no reasonable explanation for such a ratio. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I guess that's the point, right? Like, it was their occupation was like that disguise for them, right? It'd be like, oh, it's just making sure that it's like they can nurture talents further with more education personnel, but in reality, it was just to give them a reason to stay on the island, right? And make it seem legitimate. Because if they have way too many researchers just labeled as researchers, people are like, why the hell do you have so many? This is supposed to be about the new generation. And just for smart technology. You wouldn't need this many specialists like that. Was education merely a front? What exactly is it they were trying to do? Oda takes out a tablet and swiftly types in several key words with practiced efficiency. According to an undisclosed investigation report from the Science Council, large portions of the project's funding were unaccounted for. The auditor from the accounting firm during the Golden Age was killed in a car accident during the investigation. How convenient. Actually, there's something that's been bothering me. What is it? Reiko Saotome, Technical Director and Scientific Advisor to Hydrangea Island Project. Oh! There's the name Saotome. Reiko Saotome. This expression clouds her confusion at the unfamiliar name. Nico's desk terminal rings over incoming call. Make it quick. I'm busy. Reiko Saotome, how much do you know about this name? Wasted potential. Care to elaborate? I don't know what you've discovered, but I wouldn't waste time on this if I were you. Oh? From what I know, she was a prodigy who earned her doctorate at a young age. Her expertise spanning mathematics, horticulture, life sciences, computer science, and mechanical engineering. Damn! Even during the Golden Age, she had already proposed and implemented her theory of memory projection. It's consciousness projection. Smart corrects Nicola without hesitation. Yeah, only Asimov could try to correct Nicola. Well, I guess Hasan too, but no one else. It's a branch of consciousness connection technology developed from its basic framework, but with certain unique functional characteristics. This theory once sparked considerable debate in mainstream academia, and even generated quite a few scandals. Scandals? It violated humanitarian principles by repeatedly conducting human experiments with unauthorized medicines. Ah. Right, yeah, because if it was consciousness technology, yeah, it would be hard to really get approval for stuff like that. Especially with that law that came into play much later. And then? And then nothing. If she made any real breakthroughs, the file would have been filled with her achievements. You wouldn't have had to call and ask me. That is true, because again, it's like, you would think that would have helped for, like, mind research, at the very least. Maybe not directly, but in some form. Asmo shakes his head, looking like he's explaining something completely mundane. If you're interested, want to subscribe to the Science Council's back issues. The entries of these seemingly valuable but ultimately meaningless theories alone will keep you busy until breakfast tomorrow. Is there no future at all for this technology? Theoretically, yes. I read the paper, and if its proposed vision were to become reality, it would indeed be beneficial to us. But then what's the problem, right? Like, why is it such a back burner idea that no one's talking about it? But as you should know, even as outsiders to the field, academic papers can be full of hot air, and they never appeared in any journals after that anyway. In all likelihood, they hit a complete dead end with their research direction and abandoned the project entirely. I don't know, cause... Well, then again, if this was during the Golden Age, again, it would have been only about like the zero-point reactor and a new form of energy, right? Wherever this whole consciousness thing... Well, no, actually that wouldn't be the case either, because Kurano had been actually looking into like modifying humans and such, and their form of evolution a bit, even before then, right? Like, it wasn't necessarily only when the punishing it happened, it was even before. Kind of like how the idea of mechanoids was already happening before the idea of constructs. Just like Nanami. That might not be the case. At least your colleagues don't share that opinion. Going forward his documents to Asimov, specifically highlighting an entry about the Science Council's unaccounted funds. Project Hydrangea Island. I can help, but you need to adjust the schedule yourselves. We'll need more manpower and resources to handle another project. Asimov pauses briefly as the sound of conversation comes through from the other end. And my time as well. Let's leave it at that for now. Contact me when there's progress. You hear all that, Hilda? Crystal clear. So? A genius or a madman? A potential revolutionary or an enemy of the world? I've been thinking. There's a possibility that this island still harbors the prototype of some illegal experiment. It was that very prototype that triggered consequences beyond our prediction. Are you worried Reika Sautome might still be alive? I'm worried that her secret research on the island has awakened something. The red tide is converging on the island. Right, because that was kind of the same thing with Constellia, right? Because that's what led to with Elisa's sister, like being trapped there in that mechanoid body. Heather closes her eyes and draws in a sharp breath. Because in the end, that was still also a part of like Kurado technology that was kept secret, and even they were trying to retrieve it discreetly. I fear the red tide has disrupted some kind of balance on the island. If what you're saying is true, then we got a serious problem on our hands. Let's dispatch another squad. We still have time before the confidentiality protocol expires. This will be yet another dangerous gamble. We might lose all the bargaining chips we've gotten so far. I'll maintain information control within the agreed time frame. The rest is up to your discretion, sir. Sneakle a slight nod before standing up and leaving. It's me. What's the mission target? Oh, okay. Interesting. So another island. Damn. It's always gotta be like that, isn't it? Alright, I want to check the flow chart. I want to know when this actually occurs. Oh, okay, no. This would still be after that. Oh, okay. Wait, but that doesn't make sense, though. Yeah, because we would have already dealt with Cradle by then, right? Yeah. Because Cradle's already gone by this point. She wouldn't have been back. Well, actually, no, I guess not, because again, it's like, we still dealt that with Ishmael's thing when she helped us become a guardian and then go back through time and stuff like that. So, I guess it's not like we completely... Oh wait, no, yeah, that wouldn't be the point, because again, Shaper's Ripple was kind of like more of the bad end stuff, right? So maybe that's not exactly... Sorry, I don't remember. This stuff has been like so long ago, even though it's like, it was very important, but it's like, I can't remember so much of like the specific details as to what happened, but I see, yeah. That's why we're still talking about Cradle, because again, that still would have been before the reset had occurred. Yeah. Okay, no. So yeah, it makes sense how Kratos still would have technically been in existence then, because this would be like probably around the time that happened. Yeah. Okay. Into the summer. Scarab's Girl transport aircraft departs from Babylonia, enters automatic cruise mode. Valeria leaves the pilot's seat and walks steadily toward the back of the cabin. Let me go over the mission brief. The Red Tide is gathering at an artificial island. 2 squads have gone missing there. We might have to deal with the missing squads on top of the hetero creatures there. Ground combat, the Red Tide. Why isn't this mission assigned to a proper task force squad, like the Grey Ravens? True. I am kind of surprised that they wouldn't have called us. The Grey Ravens are still helping Lucia in her frame replacement. But more importantly... Oh, okay. No, so it's like, this would still be like closer around the time where Chibi Ripples would have happened. But this is still before then, right? Because again, it's like, this would be before Lucia got the Pyro frame. We've been chosen primarily because one of us is familiar with the mission location. Valeria rarely asks questions. In other words, she's the type to pack everything she wants to say into statements. And right now, this means... It appears Valeria's gaze turned toward her. Hydrangea Island. It's where I went to high school. Oh, okay. Alright, well at least we're establishing a connection, and it makes sense. I know my way around there. I can be your guide, assuming there are still paths to follow. The island was abandoned following the punishing outbreak. I'm one of the few survivors. As for the details, I'm sure the commander's intel is more comprehensive than what I know. Seeming to have noticed her own emotion, she asked these explanations before closing her eyes. Sure. Well then, let's continue. Weather satellites have captured continuous movement patterns during the night. In this brief interlude, Valeria resumes explaining the mission details. Discord reviews the mission's details on her terminal as she listens to Valeria talking, while Shiva reclines in her seat, resting with her eyes closed. Oh, okay, so this is what the whole Scarab Squad is like. Okay. Cool. Well, at least now we actually know the whole team. At some point, Earth's silhouette gradually fills her entire view, followed by patches of clouds. The approaching blue planet stirs indescribable ripples in Yada's heart. Certain memories, intentionally locked away, now force their way into her mind. That blue sky is as much like a spider's web as it is an endless midsummer. No one can truly escape. Such a deep blue sky, not a cloud in sight. It's rare to have such nice weather on the first day of school. Why don't you take this chance to look around? This is so annoying. I've never seen such a stuffy old school. Damn, what's with the blood on her uniform? Keep your voice down, Yada. See, your student handbook proudly states, Misono Academy High School is a private institution renowned for its strict discipline. We cultivate elite individuals who possess both academic excellence and noble character. The school motto is explore the vast universe, strive for human perfection. How very... It's less about outdated aesthetics and more about deliberately projecting an air of superiority. What kind of superiority? The arrogance of the elite class? Anyhow, it's the best high school there is on the island. The old man had to call in favors from several friends for recommendation letters just to get you enrolled here. Why should I care? You never asked for my opinion before moving to the island. Sorry, my bad again. Back then, I followed my father to this school, on a day without a cloud in sight. Directionless in life, I drifted aimlessly through my youth. Gazed at the short school gate built with precious stones and the emblem emblazoned in gold letters. I failed to sense the elitist arrogance my father had warned me about. Instead, I sensed a kind of fear that made everyone tread carefully. Rotting petals littered the ground as harsh sunlight poured down mercilessly. Soon sweat soaked to my uniform's lining. I undid the button, but the heat remained unbearable. Seeking shelter from the sun, I waded through the crowd of new students and their parents. Under a tree by the school gate stood a fair-skinned girl. Our eyes met by chance. She stood motionless like a doll, her brows furrowed. Thinking she might need help, I walked over to her. Hello there. You waiting for someone? Yes. Can I help you? Oh, I'm Yada. I'm a first-year student too. Yada. May I know your name? Nice to meet you. I'm... Transport's roar pulls Yada back from the cramped cabin. What's wrong? Oh, I'm listening. Besides investigating the red tide and locating the missing squads, we have another objective. Capture the target alive if possible. Who's the target? A scientist from the Golden Age. I sent the details to your terminals. The transport's about to reach the designated altitude. Everyone get ready. I have a bad feeling about this. Even after all these years, Yada still kicks herself for what happened that day. She regrets being so lost in memories that she failed to stop Shiva from speaking. Harsh red warning lights suddenly flood the cabin. Urgent alarms and an automated voice message follows suit. Warning, high-speed heat signature detected. RWR response? Shiva rushes to the pilot seat. What's wrong? Is this some sort of malfunction? It's a radar warning. Surface-to-air missile detection 3 o'clock under, moving at high speed. Shiva rapidly works the control panel. Discord moves in for a close-up. Can we make it? Should we try magnetic interference? ECM system deployed. Calculating evasive trajectory. Wait, the attack source has an IFF signature with a no-lock indicator. It's friendly fire. The incoming missiles are from Babylonia's surface-to-air defense system. Verified IFF protocol. It's been terminated unilaterally. 2 seconds. Deploying chaff in ECM. No time. Everyone hold on tight. As a blinding flash erupts from the left wing, Yada forces Discord's head down. A tremendous impact rocks a small cabin, sending violent shockwaves coursing through its walls. Explosions wake, black smoke and the acrid stench of burning seep into the cabin. Yada reaches out with a mechanical arm and catches Valeria, who had been flung to the other side of the cabin. The same alarms blare through the cabin. Danger's far from over. Shiva, give me a status report. We lost one engine completely, and the other appears to have been compromised as well. The left wing is barely responding to controls, and the autopilot system is practically non-functional. Worst of all, we're dealing with a fuel tank breach. We're already below the safety threshold. Shiva, I'm authorizing an IFF protocol override. Launch 2 air-to-ground missiles at the source of the attack. IFF protocol disengaged. Anti-radiation missiles locked on the source of attack. It's no use. The bomb bay is jammed. Yada, activate emergency protocol and prepare for equipment airdrop to reduce weight. Copy that. Tracking beacon connected to terminal. Damn, another one? You gotta be kidding me. Another one? High-speed SAM, 3 o'clock under. AI module malfunction. Unable to calculate evasive maneuvers. Shiva, take control of the aircraft. You're authorized to perform high-risk evasive maneuvers. Everyone hold on tight. We're diving. Shiva pushes the control stick forward to its limits, causing the aircraft's nose to pitch downward. In an instant, Yada spots a glint of light in the distant clouds. Shiva, more to the left. She responds by forcefully banking the transport aircraft to the left. A sharp evasive maneuver causes something to break loose from the wing. Trails of fire mark the path of the deployed flares and other violent explosions I've seen by. The cabin shudders slightly, but this time everyone stays firmly in their seats. Did we dodge it? Not completely. Something on the underside of the transport aircraft must have been hit. At least it wasn't the bomb bay. Consider ourselves very lucky, all things considered. How much fuel do we have left? Can't tell. The estimates are dead. Abort return mission. We'll make an emergency landing on Hydrangea Island. the map navigation system still working? We're at optimal altitude for shoulder-mounted missiles. We need to act fast. Hydrangea Island's outline is in view. Transport aircraft's last remaining engine fires directly forward, attempting to slow itself down as it skims the ground. To break into countless trees, the transport craft's tail makes contact with the ground. A massive muffled explosion follows as flames rise from the clearing near the falls. Smoke billows into the sky, Hydrangea Island falls silent once more. Meanwhile, inside the now wrecked industrial transport ship, Shiva, deploy the drones. Yana, check if the mounted weapons are still operational. 2 recon drones are still functional. Deploying them now. Here's your pulse gun. Leia takes the pulse gun from Yana and inspects its energy storage unit. Signal lost from both drones. Watch out, enemies nearby. Just as Yana reaches for the mangled cabin door, a powerful electromagnetic pulse strikes from nowhere, forcing her to release before she can react. Damn it. What the hell is this? Valeria swiftly establishes a consciousness link to stabilize Yada and Discord's mind. Something's wrong. It's a malicious interference targeting the mind. Are there other commandants on the island? Or perhaps radar's picking up infected mechanoids at 9 o'clock. Is it one or multiple? Should be just one. Wait. Suspicious signals detected at 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 8 o'clock. We can't stay in the transport craft any longer. We need to fight our way out. Shiva, sync the map data from both drones to our terminals. Only 12% of environmental data has been collected within range of the transport. Clear enemy signatures detected behind the trees on the left flank. That'll do. Yada, prepare to breach. Roger. Damn, still? Even though they said there was action? That's crazy. Explosion rips through the side door of the transport, half buried in mud at the edge of the dense forest. White smoke rises from 2 smoke grenades as shadows dart through the haze. Without warning, the belly-mounted turrets open fire, spraying bullets into the surrounding trees. The large caliber rounds tear through the 2 corrupted hiding behind the trees, sending them crashing to the ground. Reports. Target eliminated by turret fire. Yada, take point. Shiva, maintain electronic warfare and environmental scanning. Stay beside me or take position behind. Discord, take rear guard. Protect Shiva and watch our 6. V, 4 o'clock. Leia swiftly swings her weapon toward the dark thicket, firing 2 pulse rounds. Whistling rounds pierce into the thicket and vanish into silence as though devoured by the darkness. They dodged it. Everyone, night vision on. Before the worst can settle, 3 corrupted spring out for the clearing just ahead to scare them. The corrupted fan out in the Triton formation, pressing their attack. You bastards having a party here? Ryder charges forward decisively. Mechanical arms making quick work of 2 corrupted with effortless swings. The remaining corrupted hesitates for a moment, then bypasses Yada to charge straight to Valeria. Heads up, Valeria. They're coming for you. Leia fires twice, but the corrupted sprints through, or straight through the gunfire. As everyone moves to defend Valeria, a towering figure suddenly materializes behind Shiva. When a moment arrives, a nimble figure dashes past both Valeria and Shiva in a flare. 2 pairs of metallic arms intercept the incoming fist. The towering mechanoid staggers back 2 steps as its attacks is interrupted by a counterforce. With her mechanical arms extended, Yada cracks her neck in annoyance as she stares down her opponent. I'm right here, Dumbo! Staying tall, Yada uses her external arms to forcefully twist the corrupted's fist away from their intended direction. When it comes to raw strength, I won't lose to you. Inch by inch, the corrupted's body is forced off the ground in a struggle. Deep breath, feet planted firmly. Then, Straight punch piercing through the corrupted's chest. 2 fists against 6. Get it now, you big lug? Yada, stay alert. They're coordinating their attacks. Eric calls out the warning while maintaining suppressive fire in the opposite direction. Before Valeria can finish her sentence, she knows something off. Tactics. Tactical coordination. Yeah, because I was going to say, it's like the way they fanned out like that. Can the corrupted really understand tactics at all? Though there was that incident prior for his part. Right. Because they were able to coordinate too. That was essentially just a hive mind issuing collective commands. So yeah, it's like, is someone else controlling them? Kind of like how Cradle does? It's corrupted or coordinate with one another far too perfectly. There must be a puppeteer behind this. This isn't something mechanical minds can cook up. Are you suggesting they're operating with a commanded and squad formation like us? But you're not my puppets. The corrupted attacking us are just mindless marionettes programmed for suicide missions. Come to think of it, they breached our mind without any resistance. Right. Yeah, true, because when that electromagnetic wave kind of hit them, right? That Discord and Yada. How'd they manage to do that? Maybe it was part of the research that was here, right? Because again, regarding the consciousness, the Yada's lost in thought, a mechanoid covered in explosives shambles toward them. Its movement's unsteady. Land of eternity, paradise, escape from this mortal realm. I am a firefly. These cryptic words, the self-destruction mechanoid suddenly charges at Valeria in a frenzy. With lightning fast reflexes, Yada kicks the self-destruction mechanoid down or skyward. With their blinding flash, the airborne mechanoid becomes nothing more than a momentary burst of light. Its remains rain down like metallic petals, scattering across the ground with an otherworldly wail. At a moment's pause, Valeria and Yada cautiously approach to investigate. A fragment of bionic vocal cords on the ground continue to emit unintelligible static, stuttering and mumbling. The promise. Yada, come back. When the mechanoid can finish speaking, Valeria raises her gun and delivers the final shot. At this moment, Shiva and Discord arrive on the scene. Did I hear that wrong, or was it just calling my name? Unless we all heard wrong. What's really going on with these corrupted? 3 units appeared as a group. 2 executed feint attacks while the 3rd charged straight for V. Are they assuming that the task force commandant lacks combat capabilities? Take out the command first and dismantle the rest of the squad one by one. Maybe this is how we lost contact with the last task force. Ah, right. Yeah, because it's like they had experience with this. Yada. Tell me exactly what happened here. Why did that corrupted know your name? His voice remains unnaturally calm. Yeah, because it's like, she's probably like, let me hear it first to see if I believe it. I have no idea how to answer that question, V. It's my first time back here in years. Back then, the punching wiped out almost all of humanity. Even my best friend. Ghosts are probably the only things left here. If that's what you're trying to ask. Enough. Shizuka gains away from Yada and prepares to step forward. Yeah, because I mean, it's like, she's not really explaining anything, you know? In an instant, almost simultaneously, Yada collapses face first on the ground. Layer kneels down, sees that Yada's eyes have gone lifeless. A mind quake. Stay calm and focus on the mind beacon. As Valeria is about to connect with Yada, Discord 2 collapses to the ground nearby. They're falling one after another? The commandant's consciousness connection with their squad weakens when they lose focus. This was the moment they were waiting for. Valeria turns to Shiva, the only one barely still conscious. Shiva, report. My head hurts. Damn it. Valeria, there's a force in my mind. It's trying to tear us away from your beacon. In her team, Valeria struggles with all her might to stabilize the connection. A song. This voice. Lying on the ground, Yada seems to be regaining consciousness. However, what reflects in Yada's eyes is an otherworldly scene. It looks like anything but a battlefield. Endless rays of bright sunlight fill a spacious classroom where boys and girls in uniforms gather. Their faces beam with bright smiles as they join hands, singing a heartwarming melody together. Sing on tirelessly, free from worry and care. How many years has flown by since those days of school life? When we look back, we're surprised by how fast time went by. Is this a graduation ceremony? A young girl holding a bouquet of hydrangeas makes her way through the crowd toward Yada. A pleasant floral fragrance emanates from her. Innocent scent puts all guards down. Who are you? The song. Hallucinations, huh? No time to waste. We need to do a deep dive now. Mary takes a deep breath and closes her eyes. As commander, she understands the implications of actions in battle. Everyone's defense, even briefly, is becoming nothing more than a sitting duck at battle. Because that's what I was thinking, is like, isn't she gonna take shelter first? But I guess they're kind of running out of time, and the sooner that someone at least establishes a connection, the better. As the unconscious aside, Valeria dives deep into Yada's mind. Suddenly sounds emerge from the dense forest, followed by intermittent footsteps that break the silence. Valeria, something's coming. Shiva lets out a heavy sigh as she watches an unresponsive Valeria. Footsteps draw closer, she staggers forward to grab Valeria's sidearm. Join us. Join the spiritual Eden. Become a citizen of the eternal realm. Whatever your faith may be, this is the ultimate paradise. Kana, the pure land. The short conscript soldier mutters incomprehensible words as it slowly raises its weapon at Shiva. Stay away from us. Pulse bursts from the muzzle, knocking down the already unstable conscript. Why did you betray Babylonia? We did not have a choice. She's invading our minds. Her dream of Eden is corrupting everyone's world. While Consort continues to mutter bewildering phrases, while Shiva, beyond exhausted, collapses to her knee. So this is what it's like getting control. Not again. She was focused to pull the trigger, but cannot stop the massive corrupted from drawing near. Valeria, are we not done yet? I have a bad feeling about... An elongated shadow blocks out the light from Shiva's view as something hoists her onto its shoulder and frantically runs away. Smokey tries to scream, but no sound. Stop right there. Cold electricity pursued to corrupt his body, but another consequence snatches Shiva away. I was too late. Despite launching an attack the moment her consciousness returned, Yada, due to insufficient charge, fails to stop the construct that took Shiva. The corrupted working together with construct soldiers? What interesting times we live in. What kind of brainwashing did they go through to become one big family? I'm more curious about who it is that's working the strings here. Having just stabilized Discord, Valeria forced herself to stand up. We don't have time for that now. Isn't Shiva's tracking device connected to our terminals? We can still track her now since the connection's still active. I can't guarantee it'll work if they get too far. Someone needs to stay close to her and act as a relay point for the connection to stay alive, because of the signal interference. We align the direction in which the interference is most powerful, but where the corrupted's mind infiltration is intensifying. Bearing 451 is where the two overlap, initiating image analysis. Enhancing night vision mode. Looks like a stone monument among some abandoned buildings. There's a line of text embedded in the stone monument. It's hard to make it out, but it looks like something about a school. Misono Academy High School. That's not a monument. It's our high school gate. Let me handle this. I know the school's layout well. Try to brute force your way through them while I draw their fire. Larry briefly closes her eyes. I can't wait any longer. Scared can't afford to lose another member. I'll be back in one piece. Now bring Shiva back with me. Don't force your way through. Fall back if things ever go south. Keep your terminal on and check in every 10 minutes. Larry's unusually fussy with her instructions. Also, short-range communications on the ground are working just fine. We aren't getting any response to any messages sent to Babylonia. Take the comm relay with you. Lay your hands a black device, Dion. We can reach out to Babylonia once we restart a long-range communication. The rooftop would make an excellent installation point. Roger that. But it knocks down 2 approaching corruptor with our mechanical arm and dash into the dense fog. Now, Discord, prepare to strike. Finally, I get to do something now. Silent chorus. The echo of an old melody lingered endlessly, tucked away in hidden corners. Evening winds howled through the dark, dense forest. Yada pursues the construct that took Shiva, occasionally glancing back to check her surroundings. Finally lost them. Wonder how V and Discord are doing. She decided to waist high weeds. She crouches down and closes her eyes to maximize her audio sensors. Soon she picks up faint traces of movement. Northwest. I knew they'd head for the school. If I go after them now, I can still catch up. Just as Yada tries to stand up, an eerie electrical surge strikes her mind. Melody seeps into her audio sensors. The song is tender, ethereal, and otherworldly. Deepest respect and gratitude for all you've done for me. How many years has flown by since those days of school life? Something rings clear in Yada's ear. The darkness of night fades away, replaced by the warm hues of dawn. Of course, it has to be one where it's like people in this kind of like sailor uniform, but with faces marked off, except the main people, right? It's always like that. Yada finds herself wearing a Misono high school uniform, lined up among other students for a class photo. I'm not gonna read these because it's just so many that it's like I wouldn't even know who would be who. It's like I'm not gonna bother just like trying to improvise that when it's like barely gonna sound that different. Countless hands reach in from behind her, grabbing Yada by her shirt and hair. She whirls around to find nothing but decaying bones and skulls behind her. Because of hydrangeas bloom from their hollow eye sockets. Damn it. Oh, is it kind of like how the red tide works, right? Like, it always makes echoes of people to be like, come join us, this is heaven, or paradise and whatnot. But for melody, okay, that's interesting. Yada slams her fist in the ground, forcing the suffocating emotions out of her mind. She opens her eyes again, she finds herself back in reality. Finds herself still surrounded by the endless night and the eerily quiet forest. Hallucination. When did it get to me? But you'd be dead wrong if you think you got anything on me. My mind is not as weak as you think. I'm gonna find you. It doesn't matter you're punishing or some ghost. Sorry, I just checked something on my phone. Cold moonlight falls on Yada's shoulders as she dusts herself off and continues her pursuit. She emerges from the dense forest. A derelict school campus looms before her like a graveyard. Decades later, this once great private school is nothing but forgotten ruins. You're in there, huh? And his gaze fixed on an open side door into the school building. Trying to lure me in? A pathetic attempt. The further I am for the commander, the stronger those hallucinations become. Is it a coincidence? After all these years, I'm back here again. So I see the school gate across the courtyard up to this open side door. Better not die before I find you, Shiva. You better stay alive. At last, Yada steps into the school building, a place that has haunted her nightmares countless times. Echoes from an old melody linger endlessly, tucked away in hidden corners. Melody's chorus together in the shadows beyond Yada's perception. us all that time. Tender, ethereal, and otherworldly. Well, you know me. Gotta look for extra clues. They always gotta drop like an Easter egg or stuff like that. Oh, I can't do anything yet. Like punch anything. I swear, there's gonna be something like coming from the school doors like zombies or something. Like, come on. Not again. Ah, okay. Now we know what happened to one of the squads. Oh boy. I never wanted these creepy chapters. Of course they have to have these kind of chapters when it's not Halloween. Like, what the hell? It would have made more sense at the time. But whatever. I'm fine with it. At least I'm doing it now. And again, it's a nice change of pace from what I normally do. With just the normal end of the world stuff going on. I swear, if one of them just jumps through the window, I might actually have a jump scare. Now, come on, there's gotta be somebody that attacks me, right? Oh, okay. But I can still go upstairs. Never mind, I can't yet. Okay, fine, you win. Got a normal way. Yeah, but of course it's gotta be the classroom with the desk on top of other desk. Yep. Wait, what about that other thing to the side? Or is that just like a... Okay, when did you get behind me? What the fuck is you? Come on. There we go. Easy. Yeah, it is. Nah, boy.
誰笑ってないでなんか言いなよくそ歌これって卒業式の合唱曲
Oh, I see. Yeah, more of these hydrangeas. I forget, are these actually hydrangea or is it like... Are they spider lilies? Are spider lilies like the same thing as hydrangeas or something different? Sorry, I don't know like botany and stuff like that, so I can't really say for sure like I have that kind of level of understanding about plants, so you have to forgive me for that.
スピーカー
boy.
誰放送室から脅かすって
やっぱりね。But yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, this does kind of sound like the song for our graduation ceremony, now that I think about it. Let me guess, I'm gonna have to brawl in here too, aren't I? It's always gotta be like that. Huh? Hey. Yeah, I saw that. Huh? Hey. Oh, she just like listening? Because I can't move. I think I am just listening to the song. Okay, seriously, what the hell's going on? I can't move. Oh, come on. Don't you dare tell me I'm actually stuck. Like, come on, man. Bro, I still can't move. What is this? Wait, what? Wait, what did I do? Hold up. Let me try unplugging and then plugging my controller back. Because I moved for like a freaking second. Okay, what the hell? I don't understand. I'm trying to see if I can do anything. Okay, yeah, for some reason I can't. I'm trying to see if my keyboard will let me do anything. Oh my god. Am I actually stuck? Oh my god. Dude, I actually can't. Damn it, what was the controls to exit a game again? I had to check. Been a while since I had to do this, but. Oh, right, that. Give me a second, sorry about that. Okay, there we go. God damn. I don't know why I did that. Alright, I'm gonna have to try again. I don't know what the hell happened there. But I'm gonna try to give it another shot. Hopefully it works this time, because otherwise... I really don't want to have to go through that, but I had to try to do it on my phone again like I had to before. It's like, I wasn't even giving any action where it's like, it would screw me over for that too. So it's like, that's even more weirder. Whatever. We'll figure it out. Let's see. Alright, I still have to do this. Okay, there we go. Wait, there's a speedrun mode? I didn't even know that was a thing. I mean, it's not that bad, honestly. Okay, let's see if we can do this again from the top. But damn, that is gonna be annoying.
校舎がいや干渉に浸ってる場合じゃないか芝のことが先
Still, Yanda does look pretty cool. Anyway, let's try this again.
強行突破したら押し寄せそう芝の安全が最優先だし静かに調子こくなよさっさと負けを認めなって通信が戻った芝 V 誰笑ってないでなんか言いなよくそ歌 これって卒業式の合唱曲？スピーカーだる。放送室から脅かすって？
Oh, there we go.
破れた写真。
Hmm.
合唱団の集合写真？わざと置いてたっぽい。
Okay, good. I didn't get stuck. I don't know why I got stuck though. Was I just in front of something and it didn't allow me to move? Whatever. I got what I needed. Just in case, I'm gonna make sure I didn't forget anything. There'll be times where they try to leave our stuff somewhere where I can't see. But yeah, that was weird. Don't know why it stopped there, but I guess he fixed it. Well, I guess not really fixed it, but I was able to bypass it. Okay, why is this on? This looks like a... Oh no, yeah, she literally just said it was the broadcasting here.
隠れてんの？
Yeah, I see you shining glowing thing over there. Probably ever had a picture, right?
写真のもう半分。何の伝言よ。
Yeah, still missing this part. Sophie's definitely gonna attack me, isn't it? I always have that kind of luck. Come on. It's gotta be my mind messing with me now, isn't it? Huh? Oh,
昔の
shit.
校舎に戻った。V はいないし、自分でやるしかないか。
Weird. Why am I here? I just remember I was moving still. Why can't I remember? I'll just sleep a bit more. My head hurts. Can I check the classroom? Oh, I can. It's our final rehearsal. Let's get everyone together for a group photo before we start. I found all these weird outfits while cleaning the classroom. I heard the last couple that used this music always perform bizarre costumes, but it was really popular. You heard the girl ghost in the bathroom? Passed by. I heard of that. When there's a big event, you hear crying from the bathroom. Crying? Is this urban legend still a thing? Eh, boy, okay. I think I'm starting to piece together what exactly this is. Huh? Oh my god. That actually scared me. I'm like, what the fuck? Finally finished cleaning. But wait, this is supposed to be a music class. Why is it filled with expensive tea sets and desserts plates? That's gotta like still scare the fuck out of me. Oh, oh my god. Okay.
あの子のリハもうそろそろなのに探してくれる？あの子の教室分かりにくくて上の階だけど何かが変ならすぐ下に降りて。
Can't finish. What exactly can't they finish? Because I was gonna say they said something about hearing something from the bathroom. Oh, okay. I thought it was like beat up as a... Wait, what? It's a soldier. I guess they're just using it as like just to like for the environment. I hope we don't get dragged by weird people watching terrible alien thing. You mean that seniors always going out to find aliens? Whatever. Oh, okay, but yeah, now because it's an illusion, I can actually go up here. Wait, what the heck? I can actually look at this. No, I cannot. What the heck? Huh? School festival? Where's the napping club? I don't want to get... Oh, okay. Wait, it's still the same thing. What the hell? Oh my god, this is gonna go on forever, isn't it? Huh? Wait, what the hell? Oh my god, I'm going in a loop now, aren't I? I have to do something, don't I?
また戻ってきた。異変がなければ上、あれば下。どこで間違えた？
Oh, saying something. You can't see what they're saying. Yeah, but it's like, what is this person doing though? Can I actually go back downstairs? Oh, okay, yeah. I think I am supposed to go downstairs because now it's become like more legible what they're
ま
doing.
た戻ってきた。異変がなければ上、あれば下。どこで間違えた？
No, but just go down again, right? Huh? There's nothing on the board that time.
また戻ってきた。異変がなければ上、あれば下。どこで間違えた？
What in the heck? Am I actually supposed to be doing something? I don't even know if that's what I'm actually supposed to be doing. Just gonna check in case. Okay, can't do anything by the walls.
また戻ってきた。異変がなければ上、あれば下。どこで間違えた？
Yeah, I can't interact with anything though. That's the thing. Okay, obviously I am supposed to be doing something in game. I just don't know what the hell it is. Wait, what? Huh? What the fuck? Am I doing the right thing? I'm kind of scared to go up any higher. I'm not into horror games. Fuck me. This is gonna end badly, isn't it? I know it is.
また戻ってきた。異変がなければ上、あれば下。
Come on, man. I'm not ready for jump scares. I'm not that kind of guy. Son of a bitch. Huh? Okay. Huh? Okay, never mind.
また戻ってきた。異変がなければ上、
Am I supposed to
あれ
notice
ば下。
something? Dude,
どこで間違えた？
I don't know. What the fuck? Huh? Oh, come on. Now you're just fucking with me. Come on. Like I said, I'm not the scary game kind of guy. I can't do shit like Month of Mayhem like Syriax does. I wish I could. But unfortunately, I'm not that favorite of a guy. No. Of course. Never make it easy for me, can you? Swear to God, if these things all tumble down on me. What in the fuck is this? This isn't the gym, right? School festival's coming up, but the event plan still hasn't been finalized. So she's hiding in the bathroom. She decided to keep her troubles to herself. So the ghost crying in the bathroom. Is that because it wasn't finished? Wait, let me... But the kid's okay. She's probably hiding somewhere crying again. So we're going to give her to complete the plan. Okay, supposedly, though.
この席だ。3列目の前から3番目。
What?
私の席？欠席は私。
みんな揃ったね。リハ始めよっか。やだ、早く早く。はい、チーズ。
Oh, I didn't get to check the other sparkle. Hello there. You waiting for someone? Yes. Can I help you? Oh, I'm Yada. I'm a first year student too. Yada. Know your name? Nice to meet you. I'm Yuka Saotome. You're a Saotome? Could you be the daughter of the renowned Dr. Saotome? What are you talking about, Dad? I believe I know who you're referring to. I'm not her daughter, though. I'm just a student boarding at Dr. Saotome's. Ah, I see. And here I was sure you were a daughter. Well, Dr. Saotome is a brilliant scientist, and anyone bearing that name tends to be exceptional as well. Wait, what? Bearing the name? I mean, I don't know if Saotome is a common name or not, or a common last name, but... You're too kind. Dad, why don't you step aside? You and I can look around on our own. I'll leave you two to yourselves then. Hey Yada, be nice to Yuka, yeah? Yeah, whatever. Come on, wanna check out the shops nearby? I'll do whatever you want to do, Yada. That was weird. Whatever. Track Queen of Misono. Misono High, April 2nd. Music room, second year choir. Deepest respect and gratitude for all you've done for me. How many years have flown by since those days of school life? When we look back, we're surprised by how fast time went by. Plain curtains sway in the breeze as the evening sun casts its lingering rays across the wooden polished floor. A piano sits near the podium with chairs neatly arranged in a circle around it. Second year students are singing Ode to Our Teachers in unison, accompanied by the piano. As everyone wants to be performing the second verse at their graduation ceremony. Plenty of time ahead, they only practice during their regular music classes. As the final chorus comes to an end, the solemn atmosphere quickly gives way to relaxation. Kishi, the class representative, calls out each student's names for attendance. Are you Sato, student number 14? Yes, please sign here. She diligently takes notes, flipping back and forth to the attendance book. Hold on, Emmy. You can't head to volleyball practice until you've signed it. Couldn't you just sign for me, Kishi? You guys just can't be bothered, huh? The classroom at dusk resonates with the laughter of students. After bidding farewell to the students on day duty, Kishi notices a girl packing her bag in the corner. Yuka, welcome back. It's been a while. Oh, yes. I'm sorry for any inconvenience I've caused, Kishi. No, not at all. Everyone in the class has really missed you. How have you been lately? Are you feeling any better? Well, I wouldn't say I'm better, but at least I can attend classes now. I kept your test papers for you. Come see me during class tomorrow to pick them up. Thank you, Kishi. By the way, have you seen Yada around? I know you two are close friends, so I thought I'd ask. Yada. She's at track team training. She probably forgot to ask for leave. I see. I'll make a note of that. Any new competitions coming up? Well, I'm sure the track queen of Misono will breeze through them anyway. I hope so. Yada always gives it her all during training. Oh, speaking of which. What's this? Take a look at this masterpiece I made. Yuka furrows her brows as she stares at the crudely drawn watercolor poster. Misono is Horror Stories Club. There's no student council stamp on this. This isn't an officially recognized club, is it? Don't tell me you started this Horror Stories Club on your own, Kishi. Yep, you bet I did. But aren't you a student council member? Why would you? It's only unofficial for the time being. Once we get 4 members, we'll submit a formal application. We're still in the preparation phase, but we've already started doing some night explorations. Night explorations. Yuka, you ever heard the 7 Mysteries of Misono? No, not at all. I've never even heard of any of them. Like the mysterious night fires in the science classroom? The crying girl in the bathroom? The running statue? Pretty exciting, right? The Horror Stories Club currently has 3 members, me and 2 senior girls. Sorry, just checking through my phone again real quick. At night, we sneak back to school to investigate supernatural occurrences. Sounds fun, doesn't it? Thanks for the invitation, Kishi, but I don't really think it's something I can handle. That's too bad. I haven't gotten any new members today. I've asked half the school already. My head is killing me. You can look at me all you want, but there's nothing I can do about that. Well, I should be on my way now. Thanks again for your help. Sorry I can't help. Yuka quickly picks up her school bag and walks straight toward the back door of the classroom. Wait, Yuka, you don't have to go exploring with us, but please join our club. By the time Kishi rushes out of the classroom, Yuka's already long gone. This really isn't my day. Meanwhile, on the running track at the other end of Misono High, the track and field club is training. The boys swing their arms with all their might, pushing forward on sheer willpower despite their exhaustion. Behind them, a nimble figure swiftly closes the gap. You useless bunch! Getting outrun by a girl? Straight to the school. Whoa, what the hell? Why do you have to phrase it like that, coach? That's fucked up. The coach continues his tirade, and the figure's already sprinted to the front of the pack, leaving everyone watching it all. And you, Yada, don't let a few compliments go to your head. Yeah, keep nagging, old man. Stop talking and focus on your breathing. And finish his rant, Coach grumbles as he checks his stopwatch. His eyes go wide. You gotta be kidding me! Coach, who had assumed the boys were just being lazy, is shocked to discover every single one about to run faster than they did yesterday based on their pace today in the second to last lap. The reason becomes clear. Yada's sudden burst of speed has thrown off everyone else's rhythm. What a monster. And she doesn't even feel tired at all? She's actually running faster now in the boys' group. It's only a matter of time before she becomes a world-class athlete. Soon after, Yada crossed the finish line where several female members of the track team are waiting for. Yada, that final sprint was so cool. Let me catch my breath first, will ya? I know I probably don't look like I get tired, but I actually do. Here's some water. Surrounded by her female admirers, Yada scratches her head sheepishly, completely unsure how to handle the attention. Yada, you've got to tell us how to run as fast as you do. I know, right? Do share some tips. Well, I don't really have any special technique, but there are two main points I follow. I knew you had some tricks. Come on, don't hold out on us. First, you absolutely need to warm up properly before a race. Everyone knows that already, Yada. Tell us something we don't know. Also, make sure you eat before exercising. Running on an empty stomach is a big no-no. I'm a big offender of that myself, by the way. Just don't do that, yeah? Come on, Yada, you're just telling us some basic stuff. Right? Come on, what's your secret? Cut me some slack, will ya? Seriously, though. Those are the only two things I do. Besides that, it's just training. But then again, everyone here trains. You really want a tip from me? Oh, are we finally getting to the good part? Your mentality is crucial when you're running. Huh? Mentality? What's that supposed to mean? Once I get in the zone, I gradually tune out everyone around me, focus only on my own pace. Truth is, I've always run to surpass myself, not to defeat others. When I think this way, my mind becomes as calm as still water. As they say, the secrets lie in training the mind. These words, the girls fall silent. Not because they're pondering Yada's athletic philosophy. They're just bored of Yada's inaccessible experience. I see. Well, good job, Yada. Right? I mean, I didn't get it at all, but it sounds impressive, doesn't it? Half-hearted responses are punctuated by yawns as they walk away, clearly unimpressed. The girl's gone, Yada trudges toward the podium with her usual listless demeanor. Little does Yada know that the girls aren't the only ones watching her. Under the shade of an awning, two pairs of eyes closely track Yada's every movement. Her physical capabilities are remarkable. She's exceptionally strong. A beautiful woman in plain clothes, her age impossible to determine, turns to her attendant with a smile. understands a tall, slender man in an impeccable suit. Indeed. Her physical abilities far surpass those of her peers. Track Queen of Misono is what she goes by here, apparently. The Track Queen of Misono. A fine title, but perhaps her ambitions are too modest. If possible, I'd like this child to become Prometheus, when it brings change to humanity. Do you consider her an ideal test subject? I merely meant that I have high hopes for her, and have taken a liking to her. As far as I'm concerned, you shouldn't rush to conclusions just yet. Her physical capabilities are indeed exceptional, but that's not everything that's going to be tested for in the experiments. You've also got to take into consideration her drug sensitivity, neurowave compatibility, recovery capabilities, and so on. These are all crucial factors to consider. It's far too early to draw any conclusions now. We collected genetic samples from the students under the pretext of medical examinations. Reports will arrive by mail next week. Is the testing facility reliable? No need to worry. The laboratory is completely trustworthy. They conducted numerous genetic tests and screenings from current or before. They're highly professional, well-reputed, strictly protect their clients' confidentiality. However, for security reasons, they don't provide electronic copies of their reports. Results are sent through physical mail to circumvent the Science Council's keyword monitoring system. Well, guess that's something to look forward to then. We have more pressing matters to deal with right now. Like what? As you may recall, the Science Council was extremely wary of us when we first arrived on the island. Shortly after that, they stationed an ethics committee on the island. We had to submit regular reports about our research, especially anything involving human test subjects. I'm afraid our application for human trials in the consciousness projection experiment won't be approved so easily. There's no need to worry, Kohei. As far as I know, the committee chairperson is an old classmate of mine. Let's pay them a visit in a bit. I'm sure we can work something out. It's wonderful that you know them personally. Hope they're as open-minded as you are. Well, people rarely change, even if the world around them does. Conversation ends as Kohei turns around and opens a parasol. As Kohei sees her off with difference, Rika pulls her black gloves and walks into the shadows. Meanwhile, behind the awning, hidden eavesdropping, Yuka furrows her brows while nervously fidgeting with the bow in her chest. She came to look for Yada only to accidentally overhear a conversation between the two. Though she only caught bits and pieces of the conversation, none of which seemed particularly important. What are you talking about? Why'd they mention Yada? Well, of course they'd be talking about Yada. It's not like they have any business talking about me anyway. She bites her lip, a clear familiar voice rings out from nearby. Yuka? Is that you over there? Huh? Yeah, it's me. It really is you, Yuka. Why didn't you tell me you were back? Yada rushes over excitedly, but Yuka's eyes dart away, avoiding direct contact. I heard you were at the field, so I took it upon myself to come find you. I didn't really think you'd actually be here. I'm really sorry for not letting you know beforehand. I was worried the whole way here that I might interrupt your training. Forget about training. I'm just glad to see you here, healthy and well. How are you feeling? You doing better now? Yeah, I'm doing alright. The doctor says I'm better than before. Would you mind coming with me to the locker room? We can head home together afterward. Sure, whatever you say. As the two of them are about to leave, a student council officer stops them. Congratulations, Yuka. Congratulations. For what? I'm becoming this semester's Miss Misono. Miss Misono? Yes, it means you're the most popular female student at Misono. This was decided by a school-wide student vote. I don't know. It's like, you see these things half the time, it's like, they can be a good thing, but then others like try to use it as like a prank or something. I hope it's not the latter. Because again, it's like, she's been gone for a while, right? What would she have done to like garner so many votes? If anything, you'd think it'd be Yada. I never entered this contest. Pretty sure there's some misunderstanding. It's because a lot of students wrote your name in the other box. So the organizing committee specially added you to the list of contestants. And you got the highest number of votes. Pretty impressive, right? But I'm not even popular. You're being too modest, Yuka. You get the highest number of votes, but that doesn't mean anything, though. Because again, it's not like you list a reason why you voted them. Please give the award to whoever came in second place. Huh? But... He turns and leaves with hesitation, leaving Yada and the officer to exchange bewildered looks. Hey, if someone doesn't want the award, you shouldn't force it on them. You must be Yada, the prodigy from the track and field club, right? Please, you must help me convince Yuka. I'm begging you. That's asking way too much. If she doesn't want it, there's nothing we can do about it. How about giving it to me instead? I don't mind. Well, I'm afraid this can be a little difficult. When the student council officer can finish speaking, Yada turns and hurries after Yuka. She catches up to Yuka, she finds her with furrowed brows and a dejected look on her face. Yuka, wait up. Why'd you leave without saying anything? You could have just said no if it really wasn't your cup of tea. There's no need to get upset about it. No, that's not it. I just don't understand why everyone likes me. I'm supposed to be a good student and study hard here at Misono. I'm sure I disappoint a doctor if I get distracted and do things that aren't academic. By doctor, I'm guessing you mean Dr. Saotome? Yes, my guardian. Ah, okay. Why are you still calling her your guardian, though? I just don't think I'm good enough to be your daughter yet. I don't think I'm ready. As her adopted child, I feel guilty for becoming the person she hoped I would be, or for not becoming one. Dr. Saotome spent so much money trying to get me treated, but here I am, still as useless as ever. Right, because I guess that's what she was hinting at, right? Like, they didn't ask about her or check on her, right? If her rivals ever found out she's caring for a burden like me, I'm sure someone would make a laughingstock out of her. I hate to see that. That's ridiculous. Don't you think you worry a little too much when she's just your guardian? Just be yourself. That's all that matters. What's wrong? Is she strict with you? No, she isn't. Dr. Saotome was clumsy, but very gentle when we first met. But then, she started working on some challenging research, and she barely came home anymore. She's busy with her work, but I guess that's not something she can do anything about. Doesn't this kind of relationship make you sad? No, not at all. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Guess I'm sticking my nose in where it doesn't belong. The conversation trails off into silence as they walk quietly into the school building. As Yada removes her sneakers, Yuka opens her shoe locker, untouched for the past month and a half. A cloud of dust rises as a cascade of white envelopes tumbles out of her locker. Love letters rain down one after another, patting against Yuka's face. As Yuka crouches down to gather the letters, she watches reflected. What are those? Love letters? I'm so jealous. I've never gotten a single one before. You guys are such idiots. Why would they stuff them in a place like this? By the way, we should start getting gifts for the graduates soon. Are we supposed to give them gifts in person at the graduation ceremony? Yeah, it's Misono tradition that the gifts are handmade. You're the star of the handicrafts club, right, Yuka? Let's do this together. Sure, let's do it. What should we make, though? Good question. What about a music box? Music box? Sounds like a plan. Is it complicated, though? Mechanically speaking. It shouldn't be too difficult as long as we have the materials ready. Alright, the music box it is then. Utopia. Presidential area, Hydrangea Island. Modern reception room that harmoniously blends Western and Kalong architectural styles. Outside the window, cherry blossom trees stand in the courtyard, their pink and white petals dancing in the breeze. cave hydrangeas sit in a shallow vessel within the wall above. The back wall is adorned with an array of authentic swords of various colors, arranged as decorative pieces. It's been quite some time, Mr. Osako. We haven't been in touch for several years. It's an honor to have you visit our humble home, Dr. Saotome. I came right over as soon as I learned you were living here, though it did take me some time on my way. It warms my heart that you still remember the name of your old classmate. You're too modest, Doctor. Your reputation precedes you throughout the scientific community. Not only are you a genius at cutting-edge research, but you're also the technical director of this island. Yo, what's up, There's No Name? How long have you played this game? Just a little over a year, actually. Kinda new? Nice! Great to see another new member to the PGR community. But yeah, I played this game for a little over a year. I played it in I think it was like in the middle of October, back when they had the Black Rock Shooter collab event, and I've just been hooked on this game ever since. That I'm actually like all caught up in main story. And even have a good number of the characters already. Yeah, it's been a cool experience, honestly. Like, it has a good amount of storytelling and the gameplay. So yeah, I have a great time with it. What got you into the game all of a sudden, Days? Rika, you've always been in the spotlight since childhood. Unlike me, I'm just a relic of the past now. You haven't aged one bit, Yoshihiro. You're even more charming now than when you were young. You must be quite popular with the ladies, I presume. Please, you shouldn't tease an old fellow like me. By the way, I don't think I caught the name of this gentleman with you. This is my assistant, Kohei. I hope you don't mind his presence. To do a perfect posture, Kohei nods respectfully to Yoshihiro before introducing himself. Of course. Now then, what brings you both here today? Have you been keeping up with the latest technological developments? I do know a thing or two about it. And my internet is bad, so I couldn't hear the word you said. Wait, what? Oh no, I was just wondering, what got you into the PGR community? Oh, it's cutting off for you? That's weird. Because, for me, I'm fine. Oh no, but you say you're in this bad, so it's fine. Yeah. Just wondering what got you into PGR all of a sudden. I've been following the developments of the Zero Point Energy Project and the Eden Project for quite some time now. A few years ago, I inspected the Zero Point Energy Reactor in person. It was truly a magnificent behemoth. Given the reactor's progress, humanity will be able to venture into the galaxy in the near future. Shihiro can barely contain his excitement. His eyes gleaming with anticipation. Let me just move the mic a bit closer. Okay. Reika cups the teacup with both hands, gently blowing on the surface. Takes delicate sips. Indeed, it's remarkable progress. However, something has been on my mind. Why would humanity want to venture into the galaxy? Naturally, to establish new homes across the vast cosmic expanse and on various planets. And then what? Terraforming the atmosphere, cultivating land, building metropolises, raising future generations, spreading knowledge. So in other words, we're simply relocating our earthly lifestyle to a different place. But don't you think this is a noble endeavor? Even after such grand visions, the mundanity of daily life won't simply disappear. Will the pioneers who claim planetary resources first be selfless enough to welcome those who come after? Will the descendants of the migrants accept a homeland they've never seen? How will cultural barriers be addressed? Right, because then it could just become a battle of territory, right? Of a first come, first serve. Will conflicts arise between the overextended Earth government and its distant colonists? I just think that interstellar colonization will likely devolve into yet another cliched space drama. I mean, I kind of get where she's coming from, because it's true. If there is life in outer space and they just view us as taking over planets, it's like, yo, you didn't think to see other life and then talk about it? Because who knows if others already have, claiming the land but just haven't actually like repurposed it or something, you know? Or just want to leave it as is, like through a coalition or a council or something. It just kind of makes it seem like we're like invaders invading on territory just because it doesn't look claimed. Humans are humans no matter where we go. The selfishness, hostility, and mysticism you see today won't magically disappear just because we're on another planet. Children might think space travel is cool, but we need to look beyond that as adults. With all this effort we're wasting, what kind of future are we really discussing here? A lot of problems can't be solved through idealism alone. Though I'm an idealist myself, I'm deeply aware of humanity's inherent limitations. Pardon my frankness, Doctor, but your view of human nature is too pessimistic. That's precisely my forte. I'm not against the idea of space colonization, but everyone seems to be placing too much hope in it. What are your thoughts on this? Yoshihiro senses there's more to Reika's words than meets the eye. Right. It's like she's trying to prove that she has another answer, right? The mind. The mind? I believe this is where our revolution should begin. By connecting the consciousness of all humanity, we can build a new homeland in the realm of the mind. Connecting all of humanity together? Yes. By breaking down the barriers of distrust between human minds, we can build a utopia with our collective unconscious. In the end, we will reach our spiritual Eden, a place of pure tranquility free from all conflict. But would the issues just mentioned truly vanish in this spiritual Eden of yours? What if one day we could just simply delete the unnecessary parts of human nature? Are you saying you want to control the minds of all humanity? For humanity's future, we must evolve into a superior species. Wouldn't you agree? Well, I mean, but that'd be taking away their choice, right? Because then people wouldn't be able to think for themselves. They wouldn't have an opinion. It'd just be a hive mind and nothing else. Plus, then it starts to come into the idea like, who's going to be in control of regulating others to make sure they stay in line with the same logic and reasoning, right? Again, take away their freedom, in a sense. Let us unify all human. My bad. I think this is a typo. Let us unify all humans. Oh, no, it's not a typo, it's right. I was just so confused with what they were trying to say, but it's like, I get it. Let us unify all human will and usher in a new age of enlightenment. This is an unprecedented, deeply disturbing proposition. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to call this absurd. Yeah, really. Before Yoshihiro can finish speaking, Koi firms his brows and steps forward with a bow, seemingly eager to explain. Rika gently sets down her teacup and Koi, reading the room, promptly steps back. The atmosphere grows tense as both sides fall silent while Yoshihiro calmly continues preparing tea. Rika raises her head to survey her surroundings. She keeps following an array of ornate knives displayed on the wall. My, how beautiful. Are these swords all part of your collection? Indeed. My ancestors were renowned swordsmiths, and I practiced bladesmithing in my spare time. These pieces on display are my recent works, though I must apologize for their humble quality. Magnificent. Even sheathed, their deadly nature shines through their elegant forms. Such beautiful blades. I envy your skilled hands. I notice there's even a monomolecular vibration blade among them. Do you craft these scientific weapons as well? I do. I studied under weapon designers specifically for this. I deeply admire the concept of infusing traditional blades with modern technology. I'm quite fascinated by them as well. Would you consider crafting one for me someday? Of course, Doctor. I'd be happy to craft one for you whenever you wish. However, it's missing two swords over there. No? Missing? Let me take a look. Shiro turns his head curiously and sees two conspicuously empty spots on the floor. Oh god. How strange. They were here this morning. Must have left them somewhere. I'm not liking this. Showered streams over Yada's head while she awaited subsides. I worked up a sweat, she savoring this rare moment of relaxation. Gently turns the mixer tap to raise the water temperature and soon her body's developed. Really? Sometime later, Yada turns out the faucet. Was the two girls chattering drift over from the adjacent shower stall. Hey, did you know that creepy girl from second year won this year's Miss Misono? Well, she's pretty popular with the boys. All the boys seem to have a thing for her. Give me a break, she barely even shows up to class anymore. She just won because of her pretty face. That whole sick excuse is probably just a lie. Her eyes are terrifying, like something you'd see on a murderer. Yeah, who knows? Maybe she really did kill someone at the hospital, don't you think? That's exactly what I'm talking about. You got such a wicked tongue, Kanako. Hey, you jerks. Stop talking trash about people behind their backs. Yada slams her face against the door panel, deliberately raising her voice to make herself heard. Two girls who were just cheerfully chatting away fall into immediate silence. After about 30 seconds. Sorry, we're leaving. Sorry. Yada emerges after changing clothes. She finds Yuka standing in the sunset, staring ahead with an expressionless face. You were in there for quite a while, Yada. Did something happen? The water heater's broken. The water was going back between hot and cold every 5 seconds. It wasn't the most pleasant experience, if you ask me. Guess the stars aren't aligned for you today. No hot showers in your fortune. Yada turns her face away, covering her mouth with her left hand as she speaks softly. You just laughed, didn't you, Yuka? Trying to sneak a giggle behind my back, huh? No, of course not. I would never. Let's go. Yada bounces on Yuka and tickles her. As they walk together, they fall into casual conversation. You know how I went to check out the school band? Well, it turns out everyone was playing percussion instruments. They said playing recorders was too boring, so one by one they started picking up these big instruments instead. Say, Yuka, you ever played a recorder? I did, but people keep stealing my mouthpiece, so I just gave up on it altogether. What the hell? Really? These around here sure have weird taste in what they steal. I hope it's not for what you think it is. A year away from school, the band practically turned into a percussion club. Huh? Why? The club members thought percussion would make for better performances. Plus, they get more views when they upload their videos online. We got 2 girls on the marimba, a new kid on the glockenspiel, and another one on the drums. When I dropped by a few days ago, they were all practicing with burning enthusiasm. It was quite a sight. Somehow everything came together perfectly. People sure are amazing. What about you, Yada? What instrument are you playing? I can only dance. I don't know how to play anything. Don't worry about it. I heard that even some of the quieter instrument players double as dancers. Anyone who can be on stage deserves respect no matter what they do. It's kind of embarrassing, but sports seem to be the only thing I'm good at. I don't even know what to write for next month's career planning survey. About that, what are your plans, Yada? Well, I'm not really sure either. Since I'm good at running, I figure I'll stick with that. To be honest, I'm just happy as long as I can keep running on the track. Love the feeling when I'm drenched in sweat and pushing past my limits. My body's exhausted, my mind stops wandering. That's how I keep myself from overthinking things. My coach says someone like me should compete in as many tournaments as possible while I'm still young. Maybe I'll become a track athlete. Maybe I can be a PE teacher when I retire. Seems to be how everyone does it. Everyone's old before they know it. What about you, Yuka? I'm pretty mediocre, academically speaking. I don't really have many options open to me. Aren't you pretty good at liberal arts? You won an award for your essay writing, no? I never found studying interesting. I only entered those competitions to make Dr. Saltama happy. But I'm not so sure if I feel the same anymore. You're good at track and field, so you can get to a good university through a sports program. But me, I'm mediocre at everything. The only things I'm good at are flower arrangement and origami. those won't help me get into university at all. Maybe someday, and that's if I ever make it that far, I'll just work at a local flower shop. But you know, even getting to a top university doesn't guarantee you'll make it big these days. Robots are everywhere in every industry now, and the welfare system is pretty comprehensive. Only the absolute elite can create any real value nowadays. Everyone else can live just fine without even working. Finding something you love to do is better than being lost about what to do with your life, right? Well, I guess that does make some sense. Thank you, Yada. Speaking of that music box we talked about earlier, where should we get the materials? I can ask my friends in the Handicrafts Club to help me purchase them. That's what I'm talking about. Wait, Yada. Seems to be a crowd gathering up ahead. Ah, it's those troublemakers again. Time to teach them a good lesson. Now takes out her disciplinary committee armband from her bag and slips into her arm for practice position. The boys seem unaware of Yada's swift approach. Sick, right? I swiped the science sword from my old man. Oh, I see. It was a... So he drew it. Yeah, it was that guy's kid who took them. Took them from his home. Absolutely sick, boss. Those biker punks are gonna be shaking their boots now. Hey Masao, let me borrow one of those. You got two anyway. Listen up, these aren't meant for dealing with some biker gang. These babies can cut through steel like butter. Watch it or you might lose a hand. The red one's called Rainbow Breaker, and the blue one's Snow's Grace. Got that? That's our boss for ya. As delinquents gather around to admire the weapons, measured footsteps echo from afar. Bringing restricted weapons on the school grounds is a serious violation, you know. State your names one by one. I'll be confiscating those little toys of yours. It appears that what Masao's holding, expression turning to puzzlement. Those aren't toys. Monomolecular vibration blades, military-grade tactical weapons. When you get such dangerous weapons? Well, you know your stuff, girlie. My father's a weapons engineer, that's why I know. But boss, that's Yada, the infamous delinquent disciplinary officer. Isn't she the she-devil of the disciplinary committee who single-handedly took down half a biker gang? What in the world are those ridiculous nicknames? You all scared of some girl. I don't care if she's some legendary disciplinary officer or whatever. Hey Yada, heard you used to be one of us delinquents. How'd you end up becoming the school's lapdog? Why don't you join us instead? Help me rule this whole damn island. Not interested. And you're really starting to get on my nerves. Tell you what, find me one-on-one. You're still standing after 10 rounds, I'll do whatever you say. Just so you know, I'll go easy on you. Ready? Hey, that's my line, damn it! As Masao Osaka eagerly rolls up his sleeves for a fight, a black shadow suddenly strikes from below at an angle, catching the corner of his eye. His body lurches backward uncontrollably as the world spins before his eyes. His back slams against the ground, and only after several breaths does the pain in his jaw finally catch up to him. Stoke goes to sit up and shake his head vigorously a few times before his vision finally comes back in focus. We're still continuing like this. What? Continue? What's happened? Don't tell me some chick knocked me flat with one punch. It's impossible. No, something's not right. Boss, you okay? That dirty witch pulled a sneak attack. What are you standing around for? Help him up quick. Like he's finally realized that they should help Masao up. Seconds is still too weak to support him. Back off. I don't need no help. I don't need your support. Want everyone to laugh at me or what? Don't get cocky. I'll be back for revenge. Mark my words. You said that last time. And the time before that. When are you actually gonna knock me out, idiot? And delivers a sharp-tongued scolding. Masao Osaka freezes for a moment, clearly fazed by her words. Look, you got zero talent for being a delinquent. Why not try hitting the books instead? With that can-do attitude of yours, you might even become a top student if you actually tried. You'll pay for this, Yada. Pathetic display, Masao snatches up his pair of science swords and makes a hasty retreat with his lackey support. You're collecting quite a few titles now, Yada. I don't get it. Does glorifying their opponent make their defeat more honorable or something? Same. Were you a delinquent before becoming a disciplinary committee member? I was always late and getting hassled by the committee. Figured if I couldn't beat them, might as well join them. Just went ahead and applied. Turns out they were actually looking for someone who could throw their weight around. Wow, damn. I mean, hey, that's a turnaround that at least she decided to do herself. If she didn't need some kind of big dramatic event to let it happen, you know? Just did it willingly. Stumbling your way onto the side of justice. How fitting. Let's head back. It's getting late. Of course. Meanwhile, Detective Masao Osako trudges back to his family mansion. Having stolen his father's swords that morning just to show off, he now needs to return them without catching anyone's attention. Bringing his father as a notice, Masao tiptoes his way to the reception room. Voices drift from inside. Seems there are guests. His curiosity piqued, Masao presses his ear against the wall to listen. You want to experiment on minors for some far-fetched fantasy of yours. The adolescent brain possesses greater neuroplasticity than that of adults. Among minors, females show higher stability rates than males. That's statistically proven. Dr. Saltome, do you have any children of your own? Yes, I do. A daughter. She's currently attending Misono High. If your daughter was deemed a suitable candidate, would you subject her to these experiments as well? Without a doubt. As a mother, I would be honored to have her participate in such a crucial experiment. Unfortunately, my daughter has a congenital heart condition. I'm afraid she won't be able to shoulder this important responsibility. Oh, I see. That's why she's not at school that much. And also why they said she's pretty sickly as well. That actually makes a lot of sense. But then again, I guess it's like, to the school, she doesn't actually specify what it is, right? Because then their views of her would be different. She probably doesn't want that. No matter what, I cannot accept this request of yours. Mr. Osako, do you realize this decision could determine humanity's future? Once Miss Saltome's proposal proves viable, humanity will have the opportunity to advance to a higher plane of existence. No scientific advancement is worth sacrificing a single human life. Pardon my frankness, but your views are rather outdated. That's enough, Kohei. Mr. Osako, I understand your concerns. I value life as much as you do. However, sometimes we must take calculated risk for the sake of humanity's future. Damn, it's literally like she's one of Kurano. We take every precaution to protect our test subjects, and all procedures are carefully adjusted according to their physical conditions. We have reliable risk management protocols in place, and experienced medical support teams standing by. There's still some time before the initial review. I'll submit a more comprehensive report in the coming days. But again, you're not completely saying that, oh, the worst could happen and something bad could happen during the experimentation, you know. You can make your final decision then, after reviewing all the details. As an ethics committee member appointed by the Science Council, I have my own position in judgment on this matter. Oh! He's an ethics member of the Science Council? Damn. No wonder they're actually trying to talk to him. They're trying to reason with him to get him on their side. I shall take my leave then. Hearing a rustling of movement from inside the room, Masao quickly ducks beneath the window on the other side. By the way, I just thought of an interesting question I'd like to ask you, Mr. Osako. Please go ahead, Doctor. As an accomplished bladesmith, what would you consider to be the sharpest of blades? The sharpest blade? Every blade in existence has its own unique merits. It'd be difficult to answer from the perspective of individual cases. Yeah, that's true, because each sword is used in a different way, has a different way of handling. And some people are more fit for some than others, because it can match their abilities and, like, stats. So you can't really say, like, there is the perfect one. That's an excellent question. I should give it more careful consideration. Until we meet again, then. Until we meet again. Masao sees the beautiful woman in the man in a formal suit leaving the house's reception room. The man appears somewhat displeased while the woman maintains a gentle smile. Miss Saltome, Don't worry, everything's fine. Go ahead and make the preliminary preparations for the experiment. Yes. What? They're gonna carry it out anyway? Shortly after, the two get back into a black luxury sedan, driving away from the mansion. Who are they? The perfect fit. Misono High, Neuroscience Symposium. Oh, okay, is this her way of like trying to get other people? Oh, okay, well, tell me the thing before. As far back as the Golden Age, many scholars had already proposed different interpretations of the concept of collective unconscious. However, regardless of which theoretical approach we examine, they all share the same fundamental understanding. Namely, it is an innate instinctive component deeply rooted in the deepest layer of the human unconscious. Do they actually mean to say unconscious, or is it supposed to be consciousness? Again, I'm not spell checking them because I don't know. Maybe they actually do mean the human unconscious, but or it's supposed to be like the human conscience. I don't know. As she speaks, Reika steps to the side, revealing multiple reference images on the projection screen behind her. These manifest themselves through religion, mythology, art, dreams, and various forms of symbolism. To use an imperfect analogy, they are like collective experiences passed down from our ancestors, accumulated in our minds through generations. But is that really all there is to it? Rika shifts her tone as she changes slides, displaying a series of unique social phenomena case studies organized by geographical regions. You may recall an unusual phenomenon from a few years ago. There was a sharp increase in university dropout rates worldwide, accompanied by a surge of academic aversion among young people. The medical community even coined a new term, academic dysphoria. Similar cases are shown here in these figures. At the time, most experts defined these as symptoms of desire regression, a societal illness born from the material excess in our era. Wait, is that a real thing? Academic dysphoria. Does this explanation really make sense, though? Across the globe, regions with different social developments and cultural ideologies experience this brief synchronicity phenomenon in remarkable uniformity. Can we really dismiss this as merely a societal illness? Before she even finishes talking, a wave of whispers and rustling spreads to the conference hall. Scattered sounds of turning pages mingle with hushed conversations. Nonsense. Just another attention seeker desperate for fame. What a waste of time. Utterly absurd. Vic continues her presentation as if she hadn't heard any of the whispers. For this purpose, I specifically sought out multiple subjects worldwide and conducted several group studies based on different criteria, including case studies in geographical locations. When we focused on brainwave signals, we discovered an interesting phenomenon. In identical cases, test subjects of different ages and ethnicities consistently produce inaudible low-frequency brain signals when focusing on the same cognitive target. These noise segments exhibit both correlation and regularity between them. It appears to be a form of communication, or at least, it's a possibility we cannot rule out. These adolescents were complete strangers to one another. If human consciousness is truly closed off in private, what caused their brains to produce these identical anomalous signals? What follows is my hypothesis. The human brain is constantly receiving consciousness signals from other individuals, and simultaneously, unconsciously radiating their own consciousness signals outward. The collective unconscious is like a vast spider web woven from different streams of information. While our individual consciousnesses are separate, there are no barriers in the later collective unconscious. Minors are more sensitive to abnormal signals, with their cognition and decision-making being immediately affected. To prove this theory, I came to this academy island. After this, we were conducting an experiment called consciousness projection. Volunteers will have nanomachines injected to locate their neural signals, which would then be uploaded to a computer for analysis. Through computer input, the pulse emitter will send specific commands to targeted groups. The purpose is to verify whether humans as a species are capable of consciousness-based communication that transcends language. Professor, aren't both the volunteers and the target groups underage? Yeah, because that's the thing, it's like, you're using adolescents That's even more of a no-no. Like, you shouldn't try to do that normally without the right preparation, but still. This is absolutely insane. To gamble with children's lives for such an absurd hypothesis. No, I mean, I have to agree, because again, it's like, you're using them as subjects. And it's like, what? You're trying to find a way to control them, to synchronize them as one? It's basically like making an army of the same mind. So for the audience interrupts impatiently. No matter how you sugarcoat it, this is nothing but a grand hypnosis show, honestly. What a waste of time. But of course of complaints, scholars who came for the lectures storm out the hall indignantly. The audience finds it impossible to reconcile such bizarre statements coming from such a highly esteemed professor. As the lecture hall gradually empties, Reika continues her presentation with an unwavering smile. Nevertheless, I urge you all to keep an eye on the developments in this field and the progress of our experiments. By the time Reika finishes her final words, only a handful of people remain in what was, until minutes ago, a packed lecture hall. Calmly gathers her materials and exits the lecture hall. Among the seats, as people shake their heads and leave, a small slender figure remains seated. Why don't they believe a word she said? Dr. Sotome put so much effort into explaining everything, yet all they did was mock and jeer. How dare they call themselves scholars when they act like this? I see how it is now. They must be jealous of the doctor's talent. It has to be it. I mean, I get it, like, in a way. Like, it would be... Because that's the thing, it's like, that's what it is about people in the research studies and such. They're all about their curiosity, right? And it leads them to expand onto greater studies that others wouldn't attempt, or maybe haven't completed, or that there's more possibilities than what was already previously discovered. But at the same time, it's like, you still have to think about the implications it would have, you know? Because I'm not saying that what she said isn't impossible, but it's like, is it really something that humanity needs, though? Because again, sure, it's like, people will have their disagreements, and not everyone will think the same. But isn't that the power of decision and choice and freedom? And again, also, it's like, doesn't that also kind of make it better in a way? Because whereas some people are stuck in a certain way of thinking, there are others who can compensate for being a little bit more open-minded, or approaching things from a different angle that others wouldn't have attempted before because of the restrictions and duties, responsibilities, and ethics or beliefs they hold. Rather than just like having everyone be the same. Because again, it's like, by that point, can you even say that what the collective says is true and right by that point? If they're all just going to agree anyway, right? Meanwhile, Reika receives some troubling news. Heavy Tone, her assistant Kohei, delivers a preliminary review results of the consciousness experiment. But yeah, it's like... Anyway, like I said, it's like... Even... Because, look, I'm not a big science guy. Like, I used to study stuff like chemistry back in high school. Like, I took AP Chem. I was interested in that field for a while. And I used to take physics back in the day. So, I know where it's like there are multiple possibilities and stuff. But it's like, it's nothing that goes that far. We're actually interfering with people directly like that. Like, that definitely sounds way too dangerous, in my opinion. It's like, that can lead to people trying to manipulate that logic for themselves in a negative light. Which is like, that's kind of what you're saying, right? Because it's like, by having that way of thinking and thinking that research is okay to commit to, you're basically saying what the implications could be negatively even if you're not directly involved in that. Could be like, oh, but that's just only someone doing or using it for evil, when it's like, no, it's because you showed that there was a possibility there that someone else decided to misuse it for themselves, right? I mean, I know you could say that about a lot of good ideas and such, and tactics and strategies and theories as well, but this one is like, there are clearly more negative effects that this can have on others than positives, in my opinion. Because like, it just seems like this one like ambiguous and vague positive compared to a lot of very specific and very bad things that can come of it. So it's like, I can see why the other researchers would be like, no, this is crazy, this is ridiculous, why would you even think of such a thing? I regret to inform you that your former classmate, Mr. Osako, exercises veto power at the hearing. As you know, Mr. Osako is a steadfast conservative who rarely changes his stance. Sorry, I'm just checking something real quick. Okay, sorry about that. The second review will be make or break, Dr. Satome. Yoshihiro, huh? After all these years, he hasn't changed one bit. But then again, that's the Yoshihiro I remember. Don't worry, just proceed as usual. I'm feeling a bit tired today. Let's leave it at that for now. By the way, I sent the inspection report we discussed last week to your residence. Please make sure to review it. I'll get back to you before midnight tonight. Please take good care of yourself. The descending sun, Koi takes a 90-degree bow at Reika as she leaves. Without looking back, she just continues walking aimlessly ahead. Today hasn't been kind to her. She faces one setback after another. As a researcher, she's long grown numb to such setbacks. Yet while she may suppress her emotional turmoil, there's no escaping physical exhaustion. Hoping aerobatic exercise might help with her aches, Reika decides to walk home. She stops in her tracks as she passes a candy store with floor-to-ceiling stained glass windows. Through a display window, she sees various pastries laid out, and a pair of twins pick out their birthday treats with their parents. Something about the scene stirs up memories of Reika's own childhood. Back then, her father would frequently take her to a candy store, leaving her in the care of the shopkeeper's wife. Then he would go to meet his mistress, sometimes not returning until the next day. Wait, what? That's messed up. Okay, I'm definitely seeing where like human connection is like kind of hard for her to like interpret in a good way. Fortunately for her father, Reika wasn't one to cry or make a fuss, so that she would use her father's credentials to browse university research papers. She would lose herself for hours on articles about complex power systems, completely forgetting about food or sleep. Speaking of, I think it's Yuka's birthday today. I should probably get her something. After checking her calendar, Reika pushes open the door to a candy shop. Welcome. What would you like to buy today? I'm looking for a gift for a girl. A high school girl. I can help with that. High school girls are interested in different things. What kind of things does she like? I'm sorry, but I actually don't know. You don't mind me asking, are you her parent? Yes, but I'm too busy and really have time to spend with her. Is that so? To much deliberation, Reika leaves the shop with a gift box, maintaining her dignified composure. Damn, doesn't even know a thing about her. It's kind of crazy. When she finally arrives home, only a single small lamp illuminates the living room. Yuka appears to have already gone to bed. Reika places the cake she bought in the shoe cabinet. Changing her shoes, she notices an envelope on the table. Puts the table and carefully examines the envelope. It shows no signs of having been opened. Every morning, the housemaid in charge of cleaning checks the mailbox and brings in any mail she finds in there. Reika opens the envelope and finds a physical examination report inside. Quickly skims its contents. Top score of the physical examination is Yada. As expected. Reika's index finger traces across the final page, which contains the combined results of genetic sensitivity tests and neural assessments. After a comprehensive evaluation across multiple criteria, the most suitable qualified candidate is Satome Yuka. What? What the hell? How's that even possible? Reika's hand still gripping the envelope drops to her side. He falls on the cake sitting atop the shoe cabinet. But how could it be? Physically speaking, she's anything but a qualified candidate. Well, I guess that's the point, right? Like, maybe what she can't make up for physically, she can mentally. Maybe. I mean, I guess that could be the case. Did they make a mistake coming up with this report? Or maybe it was that Kohei guy. Like, he's trying to mess with her. And he changed the results. But it should have most likely been Yada. At this time, Reika dials Yukihira's number. Yes, ma'am. Yukihira, is that testing facility reliable? No reliable. They never made a mistake. You seen the results? Sent directly to your residence. I see. Guess I was worried for nothing. I was a bit surprised to see Yuka's name on it. Yuka? A child you adopted? This is... I recall she had a heart condition. We kept her around as a tool for landing on the island back then. I knew she'd actually prove useful. Oh, I see. So they used her as a means to be on the island. Wow. Damn, no wonder she doesn't know anything about her daughter. Or about Yuka. I'll go ahead with preparations right away. Hold on, Yukihira. I want to hear what she thinks about this. Ma'am, if I may be so bold to ask, don't become somewhat suspicious. You do remember that the child has a congenital heart condition and will live long, don't you? Get this, Yukihira. I'm the one who gets to make the call here. I want her to live, not die. Of course, ma'am. Understood. But isn't that basically saying, like, her experiment could, or her research is, like, definitively going to fail? Yuka has to live. And not just her, but all the other test subjects too. Our purpose is to benefit humanity, not to commit crimes. Understood. However, let's proceed with preparations using Yuka as our primary candidate. Understood. Also, I'd like to inform you of some recent progress. Chrono Group's pharmaceutical company has agreed to work with us. We'll have access to a new batch. As for the school, all the doctors in the infirmary are our people. The procurement representatives are taking money from the board of directors. Keep our tracks covered. Ah, so that's how they keep getting the medical reports. Because it's like, even then, the school had to be like, wait, where is some of our information getting leaked to? But nah, they're already in on it. And again, this goes back to the same question Soshiro was saying, right? Soshihira? Saying, like, would you really let your own child become part of these experiments with the chance that they'll fail? And that's the thing, is like, she's acting as if, like, her research is guaranteed success when she hasn't proven it yet, right? Because again, even if she's saying that adolescents are supposed to be the target group for this, couldn't she at least still target someone of, like, the respected age group to see, it's like, what complete negatives could be, right? And then they can make sure about it. I mean, I know the whole experimentation thing shouldn't even be a thing and stuff like that, but I mean, still, if you're going to pull this off on adolescents, you at least need to make sure that it's like, it won't just automatically blow up in your face and be the worst thing possible, you know? Well done. I'll handle things with Yoshihiro Osaka myself. By the way, Yukihira, how long have you been working under me? It's been over 6 years. What's the matter? Do you have any regrets? Not at all. It's been my honor to work under you. You can always count on me to be at your disposal. I don't know, but like, maybe he's a Kurino dog too, right? Because he could have like led her along this way to where like she would have no choice but to go with Kurino, right? Because Kurino doesn't care what they do. They don't care about the consequences. As long as they can continue to research and see it as a plausibility for the future, then they'll do whatever they want. They don't care how many people they stomp on to get what they want. Thank you for your hard work. It's getting late. You should get some rest. After hanging up on the phone, Ricky sits on the sofa, lost in thought for a full 15 minutes. Then she turns out the living room lights and retires for the night. On the other side of the wall, a fair silhouette takes a step back and slips on wooden clogs. Yuka crouches along the wall, hugging her knees. Face glows with an unsettling blush of joy. She finally noticed me. Do allow me to be a Prometheus, Dr. Saltome. I'll definitely make myself useful. So you'll pay me attention like you used to back in the days. 3 hours ago. Ah, I see. Right. I get it. Because if she becomes a part of her research, she'll actually have to give her attention, right? Because that's all she's been focusing on, that research. Anyone home? As usual, the living room is empty and lifeless. Maid left half an hour ago. Guess Dr. Saltome isn't home yet. You can place her leather shoes in the shoe cabinet. Taking off her socks, she notices an envelope on the table. Yuka's drawn to the letter, curiosity getting the better of her. The glancing around, she hobbles over with one slipper on. The envelope bears no signature, seemingly an intentional attempt to remain discreet. But this only makes Yuka's curiosity grow more uncontrollable by the second. Boy, I wonder what's in it. After a moment's hesitation, Yuka opens the envelope and pulls out an examination report. Compatibility test report. After a comprehensive evaluation across multiple criteria, the most suitable qualified candidate is... Yada? Oh! Wait, what? Yeah, because I was gonna say, it's like, wouldn't Yada kind of be like... Because she was also talking about, like, being in the zone and clearing her mind for that stuff. It's like, wouldn't that actually be the kind of determination and, like, self-awareness that you would need for that? I see. So what? She created a different stack of envelopes, or she changed one of the pages to make it seem like she's the most compatible, put it in a different envelope, closed it, and made it seem like it was her? No, but... Wait, wouldn't he know too? Yohei? Well, actually, I guess not necessarily... Kohei. Well, I guess not necessarily, right? Because he said he gave it to her, and he didn't actually check, maybe, right? So, hearing that from her... Because he did also sound kind of shocked as well, because he's like, you do know your daughter has an illness. How would that have been possible? But, again, it's like, I guess because it was from a reliable source, or seemingly from a reliable source, they didn't think anything else of it. When it's like, no, that's actually not it. Wow, okay. A qualified test subject. Could this be the experiment Dr. Saltman mentioned before? So this is why she's interested in Yada. It has to be because of this report. That has to be it. But Yada, why does it have to be you? You continues flipping through the report until her eyes catch several lines marked in red. No, this experiment will place extreme physical strain on the participant's body and cause severe exhaustion. Participants may experience severe side effects, including permanent complications and possible brain death. So this is the kind of experiment it is. No, I won't let my best friend take part in an experiment like this. It's just not gonna happen. Besides, why did they pick Yada instead of me? I'm clearly more qualified here. Yada's perfectly healthy. She could even get a sports scholarship to university with her athletic abilities. Unlike her, I have nothing to lose. I'm the one who should become this Prometheus Dr. Saotome talked about. Ah, okay. Right, because even then it's like, she didn't seem in that much of a desperation, at least at school, to be like, oh, it has to be me, or I need all her attention. But no, it's because, again, to protect Yada as well. But then what happened with those warnings too? Because if that's the case, wouldn't the doctor have questioned, wait a minute, if these are the potential consequences of my experiment, why is she the most compatible candidate then, right? Because with her congenital heart disease? But I see. She must have also made a copy of it where it didn't have those labels, right? To kind of take away that wariness of like, wait, why is it her? Or how is that even possible? I'm sure I'll catch Dr. Saltome's attention again if I take part in the experiment. So yeah, it literally was like 2 for 1. She'd protect Yada, and she'd be able to be the center of focus for Dr. Saltome. And I'm sure I'll be her favorite again then. Yuka glances furtively around the living room. She's alone. Picks up the envelope and squints at its seal. The adhesive. It's envelope glue number 614. Oh, that's how she did it. Right, because she's part of the Handicrafts Club, of course. That's how she knew. Thermal printer font, so the letter can be destroyed at any time, huh? Oh, wow, damn. Heat is all it takes for the text to vanish without a trace. Oh, what? Really? All I need to do is change Yada's name to mine. Yes, that would work perfectly. I'm sure no one's going to notice the difference. With her nimble fingers and creative mind, Yuka is a star member of Misono High's Handicrafts Club. Yep, damn. What? She was able to do that all by herself? And she had a full understanding of how to do it. That's actually pretty astonishing. Unlike the athletically gifted Yada, the meticulous Yuka excels at delicate work. With the right tools, she can make open letters look pristine and untouched. Damn, so that's how she got around. Because again, it's like, considering this research has to be very tight-lipped about it, it's like, you would think she'd be able to tell, like, if it's closed or not. And she'd be wary if someone opened it before her. Because again, this research isn't 100% like on brand. In no time, she produces a flawless forgery that appears entirely untouched.
Forgive me, Dr. Saltman. This is all just so you'll pay me attention again. Even if I'm to die a miserable death, I wouldn't regret it one bit. Besides, I don't think I'm gonna last for much too long with this heart anyway.
Wow. So again, that was also part of it, just that she didn't have much to lose. Junior Artificial Island, April 12th. Have you spoken with the girl?
She agreed without a moment's hesitation.
Isn't that a good thing? I mean, she's happy with it.
I told her she might die, but she didn't care at all. I'm just worried. I'm afraid she's just looking for a way to die. Does she truly understand what we're asking of her?
I believe Yuka is prepared to repay your kindness in raising her. That is, by dedicating herself to an experiment that could change humanity's fate, and by transforming her life into a brilliant display of fireworks.
Is that really what she thinks?
I urge you to make your resolution. What if this is Yuka's wish?
Her wish?
If it is truly her wish, then Dr. Saltame, I'm afraid you are the one who's being hesitant here. I believe this is a crucial opportunity for your research career. Should any issues arise, I'll take full responsibility. Alright. Just because there's finally action again, I'm gonna do one more, then we'll end it. With that, we conclude the opening ceremony of the second Hydrangea Island High School Track and Field Championship. We thank all of you for your participation, and of course, we extend our gratitude to our host Misono High for their generous support and these excellent facilities. Up next is the women's 800-meter race. All participants, please proceed to the check-in area. Hey look, it's Yada, our school's ace, starting her warm-up. The track queen of Misono? She seems super chill. Must be pretty confident in herself, I bet. Student council members cleared a crowd from the track, making way for the athletes. Like the 8-colored lanes, Yada stands at lane 4. Wait, did she just run here? Isn't that gonna affect her performance? She's playing mind games. She's putting pressure on the other athletes. Yada stretches her shoulders on a distant track, tries for her concentration. Just my luck. Haven't even had breakfast. Whatever, I should warm up first. There's a quick stretch confirming your body's still in good form. 50-50. 2 short whistles for the referee signaling the athletes to return to their starting positions. Star athletes from different schools take their positions at the starting line, with Yada standing out among them. The side of the track is lined with Misono High cheerleaders and supporters, most of whom are junior track and field club members. Yada lifts her head and scans the crowd for supporters, searching for a certain someone among them. Yuka's not here, but she promised the other day she'd come and cheer me on. She doesn't seem like someone who just stand people up, though. Oh well. Just as Yada's mind begins to wander away from the race, a sharp whistle snaps her back to reality. The crack of the starting pistol follows, and the runners burst into motion. Yada leans forward, lowering her center of gravity to secure an advantageous position. The crowd comes alive with excitement as the commentators, seated under shelter, begins their race coverage. And they're off! Taking the lead is Yada, the track queen of Misono High. What blazing speed! Is Yada planning to sprint right from the first lap? Looks like she's built up quite a stamina reserve. Misono's field erupts with cheers and encouragement as sweat glistens under the sun. With powerful arm swings, Yada blazes through the curve and past timing sensors. At the 400-meter mark, Misono's Yada is way ahead of the pack. Hold on, what kind of pace is this? Yada's first 400 meters has already shattered the high school girls' league record. How is this possible? It's an 800-meter race. Hey, is the timer broken or something? While the announcer scrambles to verify the results with the staff, the other runners are just finishing their first 400 meters. Yada continues forward with powerful strides, maintaining a steady rhythm of breathing. She's grown accustomed to the solitary scene. Her companions by her side, just herself. She raced toward the distant finish line, chasing both the sunlight and the shadow of herself from yesterday. Mind finds peace as she runs, physical discomfort and emotional burn melting away in pure concentration. It's Yada's most cherished and enchanting moment. Only now can she truly feel the essence of youth. It's barely any slowed down at Yada's second lap. What kind of monster is she? Here it comes, the final stretch. Although there's no doubt who's gonna win at this rate. The winner is Yada from Misono High. Arms turned wide, Yada crossed the finish line, becoming the first champion of this athletic meet. Junior members of the track team swarm around Yada with water bottles in hand, words of praise filling her ears. As the celebration, she casts a lonely glance toward the starting line. Must have been something urgent. Maybe she's sick?
開いてる。こっちにいるの。また通信だ。シバ、シバ、どこな。
Wait,
機械の干渉で力がシバ痛いとこ。
wait, I didn't check that statue behind me.
通信では病室って
Here we go.
保健室か。
A weird statue in the classroom. The color on the surface is weathered and faded, but still seems vivid as if the figure will come to life in the next second. Sure. They're gonna attack me or something. I'm gonna keep watching case. March 31st. Finally got those two senior girls on board. Just one member away from the official establishment of the Kaiden Club. Oh, the horror club? But even 4 members are not many. The student union guys are probably gonna reject our application with something like no official club activities. What should I do? What to force someone will appear soon? Right, let's invite Yuka then. She's lovely, and she's the adopted daughter of Mrs. Saotome. As long as she's in the club, there will be more people to join us in the future. Ah, that's why they really wanted her. Yeah, because with Yada, it's like they wouldn't get dedicated people for it, but they figured that Yuka Saotome would be a part of it, others would join too. Like, at least some validity. What the hell? Huh? Okay. That was weird. Better not attack me. Huh? This is gonna attack me, isn't it? Huh? What the fuck? Oh, come on. I'm not ready for this. What? A mask removed from a statue. Upon its removal, the surroundings have changed. Gives off a disturbing aura, making you wonder what kind of role it plays in this weird no play. Wait, no play? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Oh, I use it to change the scenery around here? I bet. I swear, something's gonna jump scare me. I couldn't turn around the camera, so I guess I'm fine. Fine, I'll check what happens if I do this. Yeah, what happens if I do this? Yep. Huh? Oh, okay, I just had to take it back again. Yeah, okay, so that's how that works, but this isn't the right statue to give it to. Got it. kind of figured as much, but just wanted to see what would happen. Misono Bunshin. Okay, the clipboard. Join the Kaiden Club. The fire in the science and engineering classroom at night. The girl sobbing in the bathroom and the running statue. You're interested in the supernatural phenomenon? Join the Kaiden Club and find the Kami of Kaiden with us. Physical examination. Misono High School is planning to carry out a regular physical examination on April 5th among all the students and faculty. Please follow the regulation and attend on time. Right, how they gather the data. And the upcoming track and field events. The second annual high school track and field championship of Hydrangea Island will soon be held in our school. We wish our track and field athletes good luck in the competition. Come on, man. What in the fuck? Wait, that wasn't the other hallway, right? Losing my mind here. I'll check this first. But here we go. April 2nd. No, I got refused. Got refused by Yuka. Wait a minute. Why do I feel like someone got refused by their crush? To make it clear for the future me, Yuka turned down my invitation for her to the Kaiden Club, not me. She's perfect for it, even if she's not popular. Had to say 2 senior girls and I don't get scared easily, but at least someone on the team should be, normally. Not because Yuka's lovely or something. Anyway, I won't give up. Wait, what? What does that have to do with? Oh, right, to get that pull, right? Because the doctor was saying something about like they'd have that kind of pull on people to link together, right? Is that what it is? Like that's part of like what can make Yuka compatible for the experiment? Like again, I know that Yuka changed the results, but still, it's like maybe that's also a part of it. Kimo. Okay, gotta be careful. Don't want somebody jump scaring me. Weekly record. Weekly injections of medications completed as required. It's surprising that Yuka didn't show any reaction during any of the injections. Instead, she double-checked if the process was fully carried out and if there was anything we could do for greater progress because she wanted to fulfill teacher's wish as soon as possible. But her body will reject these medications. Besides, she has congenital heart disease. Anyway, this is not my business. Just do the job and take the money. Ah, okay, so this is from the lab. Okay, let's see.
全部微暴録だ。忘れん坊の先生だね。
April 5th is the day of the physical examination for the students and teachers. Don't forget to send the results to the lab tomorrow. April 6th. I organized the reports. Although I'm not a doctor, Yada is undoubtedly the most suitable candidate in terms of physical conditions. April 8th. Yuka's health is still not good. The key for her is ready. Remember to give it to her. Key. April 10th. It's the day to reset the password again. This time it'll be reset to 410. Okay. Got it. 410. Is it like some kind of computer? Okay, I see something standing there. I'm not stupid. I'm gonna keep an eye out. Just in case.
誰かいる。敵、芝。
Probably not.
入れない。こいつら。
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Like, come on. We all knew this was gonna happen.
さっさと待って。やるじゃん。
Come on.
さっさと負けを認め。あんまり調子こくなよ。
Oh shit. I was like, where am I also getting hit from? Here we go.
さっ咲き誇れ。
There we go.
夜明けの花。
Ah, okay, here we go. Yeah, now I use this. Because I was like, I see you. What the hell? Okay. Oh, new stuff.
こんなに長く。優香の診療記録ばっかり。
May 11th, 10:35. Yuka has taken observation period 3 days. Oh, okay. That. May 12th. Masao Osako has his wound dressed. Wait, what? That's the kid of the the bladesmith, right? May 13th. Yuka has a mild fever and is under observation in the secret ward. 1703. The fever is gone. May 14th. Yuka has slight hallucinations. One of the side effects of the medications and remains under observation in the secret ward. 15. Yuka's condition is now stable. Okay. Oh. Here you go. April 18th. Can't believe I saw Yuka Saotome. I thought she was here for treatment as a patient. Turns out she's qualified. April 24. I watered the flower today. 3 days later than the last time. It wavered a bit. Can't forget it next time. That's weird. I can't find my key again. Let's ask Yuka first. Thank goodness I gave her a key as well. It's time to change the password. Then again. This rule is not friendly to me. I swapped the first digit with the third this time round. I hope I won't forget the password. No, hope I won't forget to check the memory. Oh, so it was 410, so 14. I gotcha. Oh my
壊れて
god.
ない。ここから戻ればきっと中に入れる。鍵が。先に鍵を見つけないと。
April 1st, Yuka sent to me from class, grade AM. April 2nd, Yuka. April 4th, Yuka. April 5th. Oh, wow, okay. Whole day. Wow. Okay, this.
暗証番号は確か先生の備忘録に数字があったような。
Huh? Yeah, but I already checked.
先生が保健室の鍵を優香に渡してたはず。でもまだある。
Okay.
とにかく優香の教室を調べるか。
Wait, I had to go back to the classroom? Okay. Oh, there's another book. May 2nd. Today is the campus day in Misono. I should have written this diary in a better mood, but Yuka was not on her seat when school was over. Speaking of which, I haven't seen her much lately. Does she hate me because I kept inviting her to the club? I'm so sorry. Kishi, you insist on finding someone popular. Why not try Yada instead? My senior girls comforted me like that. But it's not just about having someone popular on board. It's not like I hate Yada or anything, but the Misono Queen of Track and Field title would scare the Kamiya kind away. Anyway, I try to find someone else. Wait, what? Oh, right, because they're trying to attract the ghosts here. Right, okay. Okay. Wait, how the hell am I supposed to do this then? Oh, can I somehow open this door, maybe? No. Bro, what exactly am I supposed to do? Not seeing anything. Okay, just making sure. Let's try again. But I can't seem to get out of this classroom either. Oh, do I have to check these things again? No, because I checked this already. Oh, okay. Well, let's see what happens if I do 410 first. Oh, okay, fine. Then 0, 1, 4. There we go. Huh? I don't like this. Oh my god. That actually scared me for a second. What the hell? Fuck me, man. That actually got me.
今のは何よ。また意識界への干渉。
What the fuck? Oh, okay, but now I should be able to go through the door, right? Yeah, because I can't use the computer on this side. At least I think. Let's see. No? Okay. Oh no, but I probably have to go to the other side now, right? To get to the desk. Damn, that scared me a bit, honestly. I'm not gonna lie.
さっきのやつはいないな。今のうちに下の階に行こう。
Yeah, I was prepared that time. Fuck you. Oh, so now I have to do it again. I see. Fucking hallucinations. What the fuck, man? You don't gotta keep scaring me with this shit. Just let me continue through. Okay, yeah, but now I can continue straight forward. Okay. Yeah, now I'm making my way back to the classroom. No jump scares, right? Good. Well, at least for now, anyway. Hopefully nobody attacks me or scares me as I go down here. Oh boy, of course it'd be you. Just give me a second. Okay, nothing there, fine.
優香の席はあそこだ。
Wait, what the heck? Okay, I'm gonna look at everything else first. June 12th. I woke up on the bed in the health room this morning. Somehow I collapsed last night when we were on campus, and so did the senior girls. Did we run to the gun of Kaiden? School doctor said it was caused by some gas leak. I don't believe it. It's not that simple, but school seems to be more guarded tonight. It's impossible to get in. And the strange man at the crossroads has disappeared. I like the quietness, but I have a weird feeling about it. Oh, so something did happen with the Kaiden Club. Okay. Yada C. Used to sit here, row 3, column 3. Can't believe they even had me sit in the center of the class to prevent me from getting lead. Wait, what? Getting lead? What does that even mean? You know what? Fuck it.
まただ。いつの間に。
Yeah, I feel like I was set up there. I couldn't do anything about that. Wait, but I did get the key, right? Or do I have to try again? Let's see what happens.
すごいな。
Okay, that's not fair. Alright, I'm gonna try again. I feel like I'm supposed to try dodging and escaping, but I don't know. Let me just give it one more go. If I can't do it, it's fine. At least I think. But we'll give it a shot. Oh, I see. Yeah, I had to escape the classroom. Oh shit. Okay, here. There we go. Ah, shit. Oh, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. Damn it. Okay, well, at least I know the pattern I have to go to leave. Wait, what? Oh, it did it again. Okay. Oh.
キツネはあったの。
かわいい。上手ね。
私にできるのはこれくらい。
Okay. Hmm? Oh, I thought there was something sparkly on the floor. Okay, well, at least that other thing's gone. Okay. Think I have... Oh, okay, yeah, here we go. Had to go back to the 3rd floor. Okay. Good. Just had to make sure. So yeah, I did already have it again. Cool. Just need to make sure.
またこいつ
Oh,
か
you gotta be
どうな
kidding
ってんの
me. Fuck you.
振り切った
Oh, okay.
よし次は
Yeah, so now we use this. Oh yeah, now I'm in the room, right? Yep. Alright. See. Oh, I didn't get all the diamonds. Damn it! Might have to do it on my own time. But that was pretty scary. Alright, I think this is a good place to end it for tonight, because it's already like just like half an hour to midnight. Plus we got work tomorrow, so might be a good place to start. But yeah, this is a pretty spooky one, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta say, they really elevated on doing these a bit of like scary story kind of chapters and floating records in PGR. I'm not gonna lie, because the Live one definitely had some there, but this has definitely got me a bit. And I gotta say, it does fit the whole vibe, you know, because of the black sailor uniform with the red Yuka Saotome, and the school with the mystery or the horror club really does actually fit that setting. So I'm kind of glad like they're doing pretty well on like keeping the whole aesthetic on, you know. But yeah, this is definitely an interesting one. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan of horror games and stuff like that, but going through it like this as like a visual novel, at least it kind of prepares me for like whenever I do Tsukihime remake, right? Because I hear there's like the details get pretty vivid in that, you know. So I guess this is my preparation for that. So good thing I might as well start adapting to it now. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the stream for tonight. And a nice change of pace. We're coming back to PGR, you know, after all this time. I honestly feel like I could possibly finish this in another stream if I at least give myself a bit more time. Because to be fair, I'm almost like halfway through this already. And I believe I should be able to get it done if I'm already at 43% with that too. So again, if some parts aren't as long, I could probably get through this pretty quickly, I think. Like probably in like a 3.5 hour, maybe 4 hour stream, which is pretty normal for PGR for me. So we'll see if we can actually do that. But anyway, let me give a huge shout out to There's No Name for showing up to the stream. Great to have someone new to the PGR community. I'm always a fan of that. And yeah, I'll see if tomorrow I stream Do It Night Abyss potentially tomorrow. Because again, I do kind of want to continue with the main story for that. But at the same time, I could possibly stream let's see, what else can I do? I guess there is the potential for another PGR stream if I have the time. But you know, I could also do a Sonic Racing Crossroads stream too after so long.
もう寝る時
I
間
feel
で
like
す
just
よ
having fun in a stream. Like
早
without
く寝
too
ない
much
と
thinking.
怖い狼がやってきてパクッと食べられちゃいますよ
Always live. Lovable every time.
ガオー
Come on, how can you not love Lynn? Just such an amazing girl. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the stream for tonight. If you guys are new to the channel and not already following, please make sure you leave a follow. Much appreciated. Check out my YouTube channel, post up vlogs, subscribe as well. Join Discord, you guys not ready? Links to all those are on the channel. And like I said, I might feel like doing Sonic Crossroads either tomorrow or even the day after. Just to have a chill stream where it's just me racing for fun and not having to like make myself go in depth into it. Because again, it's like I still choose to do so, but it's like sometimes I just want to like turn off my brain and just go wild, you know? But anyway, this has been Xantos Rise. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I'll see you guys next time. We're out.